Good afternoon. It is 2:59. I'm Joe Spanano live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. The Titans will head to Houston this weekend for a division matchup with the Texans on Sunday at noon. Brian Callahan met with the media earlier today and said that L'Jarius Sneed, Leroy Watson, and Tyjae Spears would all miss Sunday's game, while cornerback Roger McCreary would be questionable. Callahan also said that Sneed would be placed on IR tomorrow, meaning he'll miss at least the next 4 games. That's against Houston, Washington, Jacksonville, and Cincinnati. Tonight, number 11 Tennessee basketball will face number 13 Baylor in the Baha Mar Championship game in the Bahamas. The Vols down Virginia 64-42 last night, while Baylor down St. John's in a double overtime thriller. The Vol Network call begins at 8 right here on The Zone. Tip-off at 8:30. This weekend in college football, number 2 Ohio State hosts number 5 Indiana at 11 a.m. Number 9 Ole Miss heads to the Swamp to face Florida at 11. Number 6 Notre Dame hosts number 19 Army at 6. And number 11 Tennessee hosts UTEP for Senior Day. The Ball Network coverage starts right here on The Zone at 10. Kickoff is at noon. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
H out 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful Friday in the Music City. A little bit chilly out there.
Slightly chilly. Just a little bit of fall hitting us. That's all.
Don Davenport is in West Virginia.
Oh, take me home
to the place.
Well, people roam. Is that what it is? What is that? What people
I
do?
belong.
Well, I belong. West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
That's what he says?
Yeah.
Take me home.
Country road. She said she was there last weekend. She said she didn't hear that song one time.
I can't believe it. Maybe
Why?
it was too loud.
Why?
You have to hear that song.
Yeah.
Like, you don't go there. That's not West Virginia then, where she really
My
was.
favorite John Denver thing, though, is in what's the movie with Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber?
Oh, yes. Anything with them.
Where he falls asleep. They miss a turn, and they're trying to go to Colorado. And he wakes up, he looks around, it's flat as crap. And he goes, man, that John Denver was full of Shiano.
And the dude was just rolling, too.
Yep. Slay Dog is here, y'all.
I'm in the building. Get Friday. This car ain't got no roof.
Got a lot going on, man.
Man, I do.
We do as sports consumers.
Oh, yes. Well, wouldn't we love a lot of things going on?
College football, Vandy at LSU, Tennessee hosting UTEP, Titans at Texans, Nashville Predators trying to get off the schneid. Tomorrow night against Winnipeg at Bridgestone Arena.
The Pigs.
TSU trying to win a share of the conference title. How about that? With senior day for TSU as SEMO is in town. Win that game, they win a share of the conference title. They've had one since 1999.
Hey, man.
Rod Reed won 10 games in 2013, I think.
All I'm saying is, I was in the barbershop this morning.
Oh, how was the barbershop?
Oh, I brought it up. I brought it up.
Oh, yeah, look at you.
I
All
said,
tight over there.
Yeah, I said, hey, listen, man. Yeah, you the same way.
Yeah.
But this is why I told him, I said, hey, y'all.
You go shorter than me, though.
Are y'all ready to bring back what we talked about 2 years ago when y'all were feeling like, man, look at Eddie George, man. Look how he going out there representing TSU, man. He ain't even got the big blue on or nothing like that. Not thinking and taking into account like it was a crossover between endorsers and all of that. But, man, you see how Dion out there representing Colorado, this, that, and the other. When he was at Jackson State, he was doing this. Told y'all, give him time. I don't know really much that Eddie George has done. He's done that's where he went half-hearted at, or not been successful.
Does anyone on the planet have a more varied resume than him?
No. Great portfolio. Great portfolio.
And anything he puts his mind to,
yeah,
he gets it done. So they are 8-3. TSU is 8-3. They've won 6 of the last 7. They've only won 9 games in a season one time since 2000. So they LC Cole in 1999 won 9 games, but since 2000. 2013, they went 10-4. They had one playoff win, one playoff appearance since LC Cole in 1999.
Mm-hmm. So shout out to
EG.
Big Blue. Yeah, getting it done, man.
Yep, they host SEMO Saturday at 3:30. It's also the not only a chance to win a share of the conference title, but also Senior Day. Senior Day in Clarksville as well. Yeah. Austin Peay hosting Chattanooga. Senior Day for those guys. Senior Day in Murfreesboro, MTSU. With their last game as well, and we'll talk about all those things. Tennessee basketball last night. They're going to play again tonight at 8:30.
Yeah, just turn it right around within 24 hours. Let's get some ball played.
Slay Dog, they broke Virginia down in the second half last night in the Bahamas. Vols win 64-42. In the second half, Tennessee scored 42. Virginia scored 42 the entire game.
Yes.
And Chaz Lanier went off. 18 second-half points. He ended up with 26 and 4. Milicic again, 14 points, 8 boards. Number 11 Tennessee against number 13 Baylor tonight, 8:30 on CBS Sports Network.
It's going to be a good one, y'all.
What are you seeing from the Vols?
Man, I'm seeing a collective effort. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing Coach Barnes' style being implemented into everybody's game, or you don't get to play. And people starting to understand their roles. And Yorl, I'm gonna be real.
Might as well.
I ain't got no choice. I ain't got nothing else to do. So listen, man, I'm watching Yorl, and I don't know if there's ever been, especially on the same team, co-defensive players of the year. But
my favorite though is Zakai Ziegler goes about his business, and we all know about him. But Meshack, when he makes a play, the smile on his face,
he loves
because
it.
Ziegler is just a straight-out killer.
Yeah.
Meshack is out there, like, having a good time.
Yeah. Like, he thrives on it.
That's who you were talking about,
yeah,
right?
That's exactly what I was talking about. And I'm talking about, along with Zakai, too. Like, I'm looking across the conference, nation as well, but I don't know another backcourt that defends like these two guys, man. I'm watching Meshack. The guy he was guarding,
I don't know. Virginia has all of the same player.
Yes, they do. I think it's
it really doesn't
Isaac McKinley, though.
Okay.
Manili. So, I mean, his points production is kind of low, but he fills it up. Averaging 13 points a game. Shooting this year 60% from 3. Like, filling it up. Meshack was inside of his jersey. Like, the entire game. I was thinking, like, dude, this must be something like, I don't know how you get inside a person's jersey. I've never seen that on the floor. But Meshack was pulling it off. Along with Zakai Ziegler, the things those two do, it is different, man. And it sets the tone for everybody else, especially when you got a guy like Big Felix Okapara back there cleaning up things, man. It's such a change from him and Adu. Offensively was a little bit more polished. But
man, Okpara needs to get a little more control on the offensive side. Boy, he was throwing that hook shot in there at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, he wasn't throwing it through the glass, yo. He tried to throw it out the backboard to himself like Moses Malone or something. But this is the thing. This is what I love. They continue to give him the ball. Yeah. To try to build this confidence because they're going to need him later in the season. You got to get a low post threat because he's too long, too big, man. You got to give him the ball down there. But this team defensively, man, is next level, man. It's Milicic, like these dudes, man, all fill a void. We got to see a flash of Dubar, Darlin Stone Dubar yesterday.
Yes, we did.
He's going to be a difference maker, man. I'm telling you. Like,
very athletic.
When the questions come, who's going to take DK's spot? Who's going to fill that void? It's a collective effort.
He is wide through the shoulders, too.
Very much so. Mm-hmm. Like, he can go down there and play the 5 at sometimes, depending on if it's how tall they are or whatever. Yeah, that dude there, man, sheesh.
So what do you think about tonight? Completely different style of game tonight, I would think, Tennessee and Baylor. Baylor ended up in double overtime against St. John's last night with a game winner at the buzzer. So they had to play 10 extra minutes, and so they'll play Tennessee tonight, theoretically, at 8:30. Because of the double overtime game, Tennessee game didn't start till 9:25, so I got a great look at the Steelers-Browns game, which we'll talk about in just a little bit.
Wow.
That one didn't surprise us. We said AFC North battle.
It's going to come down to it.
Yeah, I don't care 2-8, 8-2. That's the life in that deal. Vanderbilt slipped past Nevada 73-71 last night. Vandy gets to 5-0 on November 21st. What is the significance there? Commodores hit win number 5 on November 21st. Last year, they hit win number 5 on December 30th. Do you know when they got win number 6?
When?
February 3rd.
Wow.
How about that?
And they
Mark Byington, man.
No, he got some guys too.
McLaughlin.
Yeah, McLaughlin is a guy that stands out immediately. Double machine. Aggressive down low. Undersized a little bit, but gets it done. Tyler Nickel is my guy. He didn't score much last night, but he's my guy, man. I like to watch him get down. But AJ Holgard and Jason Edwards, those two, that's a tough backcourt, man. Yeah. They're pretty tough. I like what Byington's doing with it.
Vanderbilt playing Seton Hall today at 4 o'clock on ESPN too. So Zeph, we're going to have to monitor that situation at 4 o'clock and get all these talking heads off of our television that are talking about Daniel Jones, who got released.
Oh, wait. Make room, baby. Titans, make way. My guy's free, baby. Bring Danny Dimes, Danny Millions down here.
No, dude.
He played 2 spots, yo.
He plays safety and quarterback.
Come on, man. You ain't never seen nobody do
He's
that.
like Mose Phillips in high school.
Listen, if we're going to get a two-way player, I'd rather have the two-way player out of Colorado, not Daniel Jones.
Listen, you got to warm yourself up. That's Slay's point yesterday.
That's all I'm saying.
No, he's saying the Giants were warming themselves up.
Yeah, I know. But now he can move on.
Turn. We gonna get a high pick too. Why wouldn't we want to get it right? Anthony in the chat, man, asked Slay, is your eye okay? No, my eye's not okay. I think I busted a blood vessel. Well, I know I did. Last night was some of my best rest that I've had in quite some time. I didn't even take a gummy last night. I just went on and went to sleep. I was watching.
You were talking about full disclosure. This show, man,
it is what it is. I was watching a movie. Liam Neeson.
I love Liam Neeson movie. Dude, he plays himself in every single movie, but I love him.
This movie was dumb. It put me to sleep.
Which one was it?
It's golly, what's the name of the movie?
Did he have a gun in his hand for most of the film?
Yes.
Or no?
Because he was losing his memory on this. There he is. He was losing his memory on this, and I forgot the name of it, dog.
Wait, can I hear Liam Neeson?
You want a yes or a no?
Whichever. Yes, both. The yes actually sounds like Yoda to me, but that's all right.
But the movie I was watching last night put me to sleep, and it was some of the best rest. And when I was laying there, I could feel myself rubbing my eye while I was asleep. So I think that's where it happened. I asked Savage when I came in on their show this morning.
By the way, Savage in the chat. You can watch the show, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Savage.
FNN Bake Chat is open. You asked Savage this morning.
I was asking him.
I saw you on the morning show this morning.
I was asking him, did he see my eye like that, or did I bust the blood vessel when I was hollering on their show this morning? And he said he saw it a little bit this morning. So I'm like,
snort.
Yeah, it must have rubbed it, dog. Like I don't know, and there's no cure. I don't think, no treatment. You just let the blood go.
No, you just let it go. Let yourself flow.
That's a dumb eye, boy. I wish I could. I need a Dick Vitale eye. You got glass eye.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
You want a glass eye?
Right now.
For right now.
Till
just
my
pop
eye
it in and out?
Yeah, when my eye get better, then give me.
By the way, Dalton Connect last night, 7 of 14 from the floor, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of 7 from 3.
Man. Dalton still getting it done.
You sent us your breakdown of Dalton Connect when you went, because remember, I was giving you love yesterday because you went up there during the summer.
Absolution was the name of the movie.
I don't know that I've seen that.
No, this is just out.
And it was bad?
It just put me to sleep. I don't think it's bad. I think it's a good movie, but I went to sleep. I think I was tired.
I gave you props yesterday for telling me about Dalton Connect when you went up there last summer before they had done anything publicly. And you were like, dude, I'm telling you, this guy can shoot the lights out.
Yeah.
And I was like trying not to get excited from, the UT fandom part of me. Mm-hmm. And so I would tell myself, well, let's see it in a game. I mean, immediately.
Yep.
But these were your notes, among other things. Mm-hmm. Last year from that practice, well before the season started.
Yep.
Dalton Connect is a sniper with sneaky athleticism, looking to play on all 3 levels, but really good in transition. Ball just finds him offensively. Mm-hmm. That's what you wrote. I mean,
spot the lie
in the summer.
And where is the lie?
Tennessee tried to bounce back from that loss at Georgia. They have UTEP coming up. The line is down to 39.5, Slay Dog.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
From 41.5?
Yeah.
I'm going to push it up. I'm going to push it up. That's what I'm going to do, y'all.
I mean, you asked Todd Father because Georgia line and Tennessee line were basically the same. Georgia's got UMass for some reason, but Tennessee's got UTEP for some reason.
They need to be done by 50.
And
Easy.
Todd's take was I would take Tennessee at 40.5 before I would take Georgia.
Yes,
but now it's down to 39.5. So anyway, we'll talk with Josh Ward, co-host of Josh and Swain and the Sports Animal in Knoxville next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, people? Brentwood Jewelry, BrentwoodJewelry.com. 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. And with the holidays creeping on around, it's time. What time is it? It's time to go get a watch. Yeah, if you love watches, that's right, too. Like I do, then you need to check out Brentwood Jewelry watch event going on right now, all the way through the 28th. Skip the holiday lines and find early Christmas deals at Brentwood Jewelry's watch event with exclusive discounts on select watch brands. Now, they've got a big shipment that just came through, and I mean a little bit of everything. Audemirs, we got Rolexes, whatever you can think of, they have it. So you'll find the perfect gift for everyone on your list and maybe one for yourself. That's what I'm trying to do. Make this holiday season timeless with Brentwood Jewelry. I promise you, it won't let you down. November 18th is when it started through the 28th. Get there and get involved with these watches. I promise it'll be a great Christmas gift. Nobody ever turns that away. 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for over 50 years. BrentwoodJewelry.com.
It is football time in Tennessee. Where are you catching all the college and pro games this season? Scoreboard Bar and Grill is where you need to be. Scoreboard Opry near Opry Mills Mall in Donaldson and Scoreboard Cedar Creek in Mount Juliet are open all year long. All Scoreboard locations have brand new football menus with new food and drink items. Sure to impress. Some of the best hot chicken, slow smoked ribs, and barbecue, the coldest beer, and the largest Bushwhacker selection in Nashville. And all locations have plenty of free parking. Scoreboard Bar and Grill has its own built-in party. Check them out. Every Scoreboard has tons of TVs. They'll have all of your favorite games on with full sound. And get this, Scoreboard giving away UT tickets to every home game all season long. Just stop in, sign up for their new loyalty program to register to win. Tennessee playing UTEP Saturday, the NFL on Sunday. Scoreboard will have the games on. If it's football time, it's Scoreboard time. Scoreboard Bar and Grill. Shenandoah River. Remember I said Shenandoah Valley?
We in it.
I was right.
We're in it right now.
Don Davenport is in Morgantown, West Virginia, in advance of UCF and West Virginia. This will be the 4th time she's seen West Virginia this year.
Back-to-back weekends at the GOAT. Take me home.
That's the name of a bar in West Virginia, Morgantown. You love some John Denver,
Where
huh?
I belong, West Virginia. What is the Mountain Mama?
Mountain Mama, man.
That's a lady in the mountains.
You don't mess with the lady in the mountains.
Okay. Was she driving them home in that song or something?
I have no idea what's going on in that song.
No idea.
Maybe Josh Ward does. Josh Ward
would definitely know.
Football. They used to be able to run the football to the left side of their offensive line whenever they wanted to.
Man, Ward is just breaking it down, bro.
I mean, give us the game, baby.
Josh Ward's breaking down Vikings at Bears. So I didn't anticipate that today.
Back days. We had Callahan show up for the Washaway Toast.
Yeah.
Then Josh Ward breaking down football with Dan Orlovsky today.
So no one muted the TV. I didn't realize it was on.
Snort. That's two.
My bad.
Just good stuff right there.
Josh, would you like to continue your breakdown of the Vikings and Bears this weekend?
I'd love to because Jason Swain, he's a Bears fan. He signed with the Bears when he was done playing at the University of Tennessee, and they're easy to make fun of, and it drives Swain crazy. So any chance we get to do that, I'm happy to join it. Man, that Hail Mary for the Commanders earlier this season, that was
that
tough
did it. I saw Eberflus yesterday. He looked like he was 20 years older. You know how, like 4 years as president, makes the president, whoever it is, this is a non-political statement, makes them look 25 years older than they were when they got in office. Yes, that's kind of where Eberflus is right now.
Yes.
So, Bears, Vikings.
Take that.
I think
that's the way it is for Swain doing the show with me every day, too. So I think he can probably relate in that aspect.
So where is Tennessee with regard to picking up the pieces from last week at Georgia?
That's a good question because it's late in the season. That was a tough loss with everything Tennessee had to gain by winning, how the second half went, questions that are still there. It's senior day. You have those emotions. It's also UTEP as an opponent. So even if Tennessee's kind of slow out of the gate in this one, it should not be a problem. UTEP is one of the worst teams in the FBS. So the conversations around the offense and explosive plays and trying to get that going, that is a conversation that just continues after getting shut out in the second half against Georgia. But Brew McCoy said earlier in the week that they had one of their best practices at the start of the week. So maybe that is a good sign of how Tennessee will come out and play this weekend.
Man, that'll be lovely if so. And the one thing that I always used to look forward to, Swain, when we were playing a lesser opponent, maybe if they were division down or whatever it was, I was going to pad my stats. Like, I had no problem with saying I'm going out in the first half, getting 20 and sitting on down, or come out, get 15, start the second half, go out there, get about 15 more, get your 30-piece nugget, and then 8 rebounds to go on the side. And I'm out of there, man. And then you can sit on down. I hope that's the mindset of these guys, especially guys like Dylan Sampson and the D-line to get back to rolling.
Yes, get Dylan Sampson his carries, yards, and touchdowns in the first half, and then get him a shower at halftime. I think he showered at halftime of the Kent State game and just came out and enjoyed himself in the third and fourth quarters. Mm-hmm. The passing game has not had enough big plays. They should be able to find those this weekend so older players can play, and fans want to see Mike Matthews. They've wanted to see him all season long. They should see him, Nathan Laycock, Braylon Staley, assuming they're good to go physically this upcoming weekend. This should be an empty the sideline game after the starters can get their numbers. I'm sure the defense, after giving up 31 points, is thinking, I want to go get a turnover. I want to go get a sack. I want to hit my numbers there too. They're thinking about opportunities on the defensive line, but those guys want to do that in the first half. They want to let some of the younger guys play in the second half.
How surprised were you that the Tennessee defensive line did not have any success against that Georgia front?
I thought Georgia's offensive line would be better because they'd be back at home, would probably help with the communication. I was stunned that Tennessee was able to apply essentially no pressure in the game, having seen what Ole Miss did. During the playoff ranking show earlier in the week, Booger McFarland looked at that matchup and said the Tennessee defensive line versus Georgia offensive line, the winner of that battle is going to win the matchup in this game. And I thought, well, there's a good chance. That's at least going to give Tennessee the best shot. And if I had known that Tennessee was not going to be able to get after Carson Beck at all, I wouldn't have thought Tennessee had much of a shot. They had a better shot in the fourth quarter than I would have predicted based on that. So I'm sure those guys, Joshua Josephs and James Pierce in what is probably his final game at Neyland Stadium. At least we know that for the regular season. Those guys, they want to get after the quarterback, I'm sure, this weekend.
Yes, they do.
Josh Ward with us from the Sports Animal in Knoxville. You mentioned Dylan Sampson, 1,230 yards rushing. He is 84 yards from number 5 all time in terms of the season. He only needs 235 yards to break Travis Stevens' record from 2001. If they leave him in long enough against UTEP, he could get it. And I don't know how long enough is, but maybe just the first half. I don't know. You were talking about showers at halftime. But he's also 3 off of Gene McEver's school record of 34 career rushing touchdowns. If this guy comes back next year, he's going to shatter all of the records.
Yeah, and he has a decision to make because I don't know exactly where Dylan's going to line up among NFL running back prospects. We know about that position. But
Mel Kiper doesn't even have him in the top 10 running backs.
Yeah, exactly. Now, that position, it's definitely a not for long position when you go to the next level, but he can come back and make money. So there's that aspect.
Right.
Yeah, he still has some records for this season on the table, the single season rushing. I don't know how much he wants the carries record, but that is on the table too. But he's been spectacular. We talked at the start of the season about how a healthy Dylan Sampson is an all-SEC player this season, and he's exceeded that thought with what he can do. He's in the running for SEC Offensive Player of the Year for All-American attention. So get him some carries. Let's see if he can hit a home run. I'm sure he'd love to hit a big run this weekend, but he's knocking on the door of that single season rushing yardage record, and he can split that up over the next 2 games. If what he's doing next season, I don't know. So would he play in a bowl game? But if they're in the playoff, he's obviously playing in that. So there is still a lot on the table for Dylan Sampson to grab.
You watch these linebackers. It seemed like they got a little bit out of whack. Some great schemes, I guess, by Georgia. And what's the bounce back for these guys? They got to be kind of scratching their heads or salivating to get back out there too, Josh.
Yeah, they're probably laying some big hits, and I'm sure that they went back and watched tape and saw what Georgia did, and that's something to learn for still young linebackers that Tennessee has out there, and that is maybe an area where Keenan Peely has been missed. Yeah. This is a game where there's a huge physical advantage, but next week, Vanderbilt's going to be preparing based on what they will have seen on tape over the previous few games. We've talked about some of the rush defensive issues, and Tennessee did a good job overall against Georgia's running game. It was a lot of Carson Beck, as everyone knows by now, but preparing for next week's game, because at the start of the year, a lot of the conversation was, we'll know Tennessee's record after the Georgia game, because we know Tennessee will beat UTEP and we know Tennessee will beat Vanderbilt, and I would still pick Tennessee to beat Vandy next week, but that's no gimme based on what Vandy has done this season. Certainly so a lot of tomorrow is preparing for next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the way Clark Lee has taken over that defense and taken away his opponent's best thing, usually. Now, Vanderbilt's pretty banged up. So he says that that they've gotten right during the that they really needed the off week, but another tough test at LSU before that Tennessee game, and how healthy is Diego Pavia is another question. But yeah, that will be a bigger test than we certainly thought at the beginning of the season. Another good thing for me and Slay is the 8.5 win total for Tennessee. So take care of business against UTEP, cash is in, cash money, and that, Josh, that is a bad football team coming into Knoxville.
Yeah, they're bad. The line's been over 40 all week with Tennessee as a favorite against UTEP. A little momentum with the win against Kennesaw State, but you know who also is really bad? Kennesaw State. So I don't think
double overtime.
Now there is the familiarity. Scotty Walton's the coach. He was Austin Peay's coach, gave Tennessee a challenge last year. But still, guys, I don't really need to explain why Tennessee should win by a ton of points. Right. Line them up. It's a beat at birth game. Tennessee will line up with much better players across the board and should win by a lot of points.
Look at you, Josh. That was like a Coach Mack thing. Beat at birth game. Interesting. All right, so what's your prediction on this one?
I do have Tennessee covering that number. Part of that will probably be dependent on Tennessee coming out and not sleepwalking early, not having a hangover effect or being affected by senior day. I said throw deep to Chris Brazzell early. Let Brew McCoy go through those emotions. He's a senior. It's his final game, not for Chris Brazzell. So give him a chance as he hit a big play against Kent State earlier this season. But score I gave, I think I said 55-6, something in that range. So I think Tennessee gets there. Remember at the start of the season, first 3 games, they had 50-plus points.
Yeah.
And I think we were all wondering how many times can they do that? And they're still trying to do that for the first time since then. I think this is a weekend to have a shot to do it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I was thinking 70 plus.
70?
Yeah, 70 plus
wow.
to 6. Yeah,
Why not? Why not?
I didn't have them going over 6. It's style points at this point. But when you're looking at that, Josh, what was you guys' reaction up there when the committee came out with where Tennessee was and the reasons behind of splitting hairs between SEC teams?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't surprised. I thought Tennessee would be there. I saw projections going in, so I think it kind of lined up there. I wasn't surprised that when you look at the SEC teams, that Tennessee was behind Georgia, Ole Miss, Alabama. I thought that would probably be the case. I think there was the recency aspect. Georgia losing to Ole Miss the way that it did and then following up to beat Tennessee, that couldn't have helped Tennessee in the conversation. I don't think that the argument should be about those 4 SEC teams because I think we can kind of go around and around looking at the resumes, and they all have pluses and minuses. I really think a lot of it is the SEC Big Ten argument, and maybe that gets settled this weekend and next. Ohio State, Indiana is a huge one. Let's see what happens with Minnesota and Penn State. Minnesota's an underdog, but they're maybe a little better than their record indicates in this one. So let's see what happens there. Tennessee still has a really good shot. The odds makers say Tennessee has a better than 50-50 chance to get in as the first team out right now. So don't scream, don't get upset yet.
Right.
Let's see what happens the next 2 weekends, 3, I guess, with the championship weekend. And then if you're left out, scream all you want, because I do think Tennessee is a playoff caliber team, provided Tennessee takes care of business and wins the next 2 weekends.
Yeah, scream and scream very, very loud.
Like last weekend's game, guys, I'll tell you that I came out of it thinking more of Tennessee as a playoff team. They were in the game despite some of the issues, like not being able to get after Carson Beck. The middle of the fourth quarter, Tennessee was still in the game. That's the first time since Tennessee beat Georgia in 2016 that we were realistically talking about Tennessee having a shot to win in the fourth quarter. I thought they belonged on the field with Georgia, which to me says they belong in the playoff field.
I totally agree. Just let Beck, like y'all had on.
I mean, they were down 7 with a 4th and 2 or 3, and they get the false start pre-snap penalty and then punt.
And then before that,
and then Georgia goes down the field and makes it a 2-score game.
If Beck never gets that scramble, dog, they had him in the backfield. 2 guys missed the tackle, and they kind of.
He was like 2 for 7 at that point.
Yeah,
and then got rolling. Credit to Georgia. They got it done for sure. All right, Josh, one quick thing on the basketball team. What are you seeing from them early, 5-0? Nice second-half performance yesterday against Virginia once they got some shots to fall.
Yeah, good start. Tennessee's good, and they're going to get better as this season goes along. Need to get a little healthier because Estrella's out, and Cam Carr's going to be out for a few weeks, which is unfortunate because he came into this season with excitement about how he could grow. But there's a long way to go. And Ron, I'm watching Jemai Meshack. How do you play offense against that guy? It's just
when him and Ziegler are in there together. Good Lord,
yeah, come on,
Josh. It's almost to a point like when the kids you have to, after the game you go check the birth certificates. Like this isn't fair, man.
It's
like,
one of those. Yeah, I'm watching this at times thinking, come on, Jemai, let up a little bit.
right.
Let a brother bring the ball up.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
throw the ball
I love this.
inbounds
I love this
even.
game. I love this matchup tonight.
Yeah, it ought to be good, man.
It'll be different than that Virginia thing where it was 0-0 for 6 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah, on the Eastern time, it was a almost 10:30 tip-off. It should be illegal for Virginia basketball to be able to tip off that late. You're trying to stay up, you're trying to watch, and then they roll out Cavaliers basketball. So that shouldn't happen.
That's one of those nights where you don't plan on having like a couple bourbons, but then the game doesn't start till 10:30, and you're like, okay, well, here we go.
Start them games at 5. Anytime Virginia plays.
Thank you, Josh. Good stuff, man. Tell Swain we love him too, and have a great weekend. Love you, bro.
We'll do it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Ward.
Man, those two get it done. Co-host of Josh and Swain at the Sports Animal in Knoxville at Josh_Ward, Tennessee hosting UTEP. It is popped back up to 40.5 now that I look at it.
You know, another thing, let me add to Baylor beating St. John's.
Yeah. What did you see from them?
I'm always happy that Rick Pitino loses. I have a disdain for Rick Pitino like no other. I feel like he jinxed us my sophomore year while he was commentating the game, doing the color commentary for NCAA tournament, and the thing I hate, he was right.
Who did y'all lose to that day?
Charlotte.
Oh.
Rodney White and Joby Thomas and those guys, yeah, there was.
Rodney White? Oh,
yeah,
he can play.
Go. Yeah, Rodney White could go. Yeah. We hooked up overseas. He was a good dude, man. But Rick Pitino going down, I'm all for it. Anytime. I don't care when it is. Anytime. Buzzer beater when we played Louisville, he was coaching.
That's what it was last night.
Then they came back the next year at Tennessee, another buzzer beater. That's why he got beat by a buzzer beater. Yes, way to go, Jeremy Roach.
People in the chat, by the way, you can watch the show YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Please.
The F&M Bank chat is open all day long. And by the way, it is Trash Talk Friday, so we will take your calls all day. The only other guest we have today is Greg Cosell at 420, so we'll break down the Titans loss to the Vikings, see if there were some positives that he saw on tape there. Also, Titans at Texans, the matchup there. But a lot of people think you have pink eye, Slay Dog.
Yeah, it's not. If you could see off, if I wasn't on camera, let me see if I can try to
I will say, I don't believe. Oh yeah, that's not pink eye.
Yeah,
plus you'd be like scratching it all the time.
This is all red.
Dude, that is gross.
Yeah, it's all red, y'all. I'm trying to
like
show
a
it
horror movie over there.
Oh, it's bad.
Like when my nose started bleeding on camera the other day.
Yeah, my eyes bleeding.
It looked like a crime scene over
Something
here.
coming out. Like I felt it when I did it. Like I was in a good sleep, and I was rubbing my eye, and it felt good when I was rubbing my eye. So I think it kept me asleep. Yeah.
And you just woke up with it?
When I woke up, it wasn't as bad. When I went in to brush my teeth,
did Chris see it or did you see it?
Nah, I saw it when I left Ramon and them show. When I was sitting in the truck, I was like, I feel like my eye's swollen.
Okay.
And I looked in the mirror, I was like, darn, what's going on with my eye? Why is it blood? And then by the time I got home, it was a little bit more.
So RK Dub went through like an illness phase, and they all blamed us. And I'm
we wasn't even in here.
But I was like, look, man, none of us are sick. And they were like, y'all are carriers. And now I'm going to blame them on you getting this eye problem.
Yep. I agree.
Whoa. How are they going to blame us for them getting sick?
They did, though.
That makes no sense.
Zero.
See, here's the thing. They don't take responsibility for themselves. They just throw it at us.
Listen, okay, so first off, Ramon getting in the chat and going after us yesterday at B-Dubs.
Yeah,
all right,
he's probably about to
I
do it
give you
again.
that. But do not say that we got people sick here, all right?
Right.
That's a little too far.
I agree.
Moan was just upset yesterday because Bert was repping
fun.
us.
Hey,
Yeah, and having fun.
Ramon has a truck and a license and gas money.
Gas money.
Ramon, I know you're listening. I know you're somewhere in the chat.
He did a wash away toast this morning.
Remember when you were a kid and you had to like I didn't even have a car, but to drive my mom's car, like I would have to do chores around the house to get like $20 to go fill the car up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how is this fair? I'm just going to the mall. Like I literally could ride my bike, but I feel like a bigger dude when I drive the car, even though it was a Chevrolet Celebrity.
I know Ramon has gas money.
Yeah.
But he did the wash away toast.
I know. I heard it. I was in the car this morning. I heard it.
Me and Bert didn't toast to it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, he did a wash away toast? Mm-hmm. What was he washing away?
Mimosas. I don't know what
They did mimosas?
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Allegedly.
No, they did it. I participated. I don't know what y'all want me to do.
I guess drink a mimosa. I didn't think that was a possibility.
Yeah,
mimosas and Slay Dog, that really doesn't go together.
It was morning.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason.
I just don't see you as
11.
an orange juice and champagne guy.
Yeah, you can't really do I don't know if you really do a Miller Lite on a Friday morning.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess you could.
Oh, if the top opens, I'll drink it.
Dude,
fair
I mean, go eat breakfast somewhere on a Saturday and just look around you and see who's drinking beer. I mean, beer at like
Saturday,
8 in the morning.
Saturday game day, I get that. But Friday at work.
Well, not everybody works on a Friday.
Well, we do.
Is this called work?
Right.
Technically, yes.
Getting ready for the show is work. Doing the show, not necessarily work. We're hanging out with our buddies. That's what we're doing.
Absolutely.
615-737-1045. Jeff in Lewisburg will lead us off. If you want in, please feel free. Titans at Texans. Tennessee hosting UTEP. Vanderbilt at LSU night game in Baton Rouge.
I need to hear some Vandy fans.
They going to put a live tiger on the sideline for Vandy, or is that just clear disrespect by not doing it?
That Commodore might take it home.
I think that's bad juju now. They got blown out.
They got
destroyed.
Housed.
Sure did.
They got housed. Ole Miss at Florida. Can the Gators do everybody a favor? A Gator favor?
People waiting. The people want to know.
Indiana at Ohio State, Penn State at Minnesota, BYU at Arizona State, Colorado at Kansas, Army at Notre Dame, not at Notre Dame, and Yankee Stadium.
Some good games, baby.
Army's complaining, though, because apparently 80% of the tickets sold have gone to Notre Dame fans.
They should. They should complain.
You think so?
Yes.
All that coming up. Stay tuned. 3HL, Brett Doherty, Ron Slay with you on 104.5 This Zone.
I got to wrap with my fellas, man. Y'all listen up real quick, man. How you feeling these days? That's my first question. You ready to take on the world every single day? I'm talking about when you get up and your feet, boom, touch the floor. You ready to get to it right then? Is your energy and drive to get to work, to the gym, take care of the family? Is that all good? Well, if it's not, got something for you. It's time for you to be able to get in the game. And that's what your energy, that's what all of that, your motivation. Falling asleep on the couch in the evenings, that shouldn't be, not unless it's time for you to go to sleep. You feeling like you're going to the workout at the gym and you're getting everything out, you need your T-level testing, man. Let's just keep it 100. Listen, 1 in 4 men aged 30 and older experience, yes, the T-levels being low. That's why I got GameDayMen'sHealth.com on board in 2 locations, Green Hills and Hendersonville, making it real easy for you. All you got to do is go in there and get some professional help. That's right. Here's the best part. Your consultation and lab work to find out what's going on in your body is completely free. Understand this. There are no obligations to move forward if you don't think the fit is right, which I know it will be. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com to find information on their 2 area locations. You can book your appointment right there online. No reason to delay. Let's get in the game today with GameDayMen'sHealth.com.
It is gift-giving time, guys, and the woman in your life will love this unique and thoughtful gift over the holidays. Always in style, always fits, always appreciated. That would be a Moment's Peace salon and day spa. Choose your budget, whether you want to spend a little or go lavish. And then she can choose from 10 different services all under one roof at a Moment's Peace salon and day spa. I'm talking massages, manicures, pedicures, sunless tanning, waxing, skincare, facials. There's a hair salon there. They do makeup and they have awesome gifts in their lobby as well. Here's the deal. A Moment's Peace salon and day spa wants to make it super easy for you. Their gift cards can be printed directly from their website, or they can wrap them up and make them look beautiful, pair it with another gift like a robe, candle, all sorts of fun stuff from their gift boutique. And it is so easy. Everybody loves spa gifts. The woman in your life loves a spa gift. Gift cards available 24/7, amomentspeace.com. Call them at 615-224-0770. You have special requests? Stop by. They're in Cool Springs across Interstate 65 from Galleria Mall, intersection of Carruthers Parkway and Bakersbridge Avenue. That's a Moment's Peace salon and day spa.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Man, for some reason, do you get locked into, I wasn't going to ask you this, but since you turned out to be Mimosa guy, I figured I would. So I've gotten locked into Netflix, those Hallmark Christmas movies. You never get into that?
Nope.
Is that you?
Nope. I go on Netflix and go with the original Christmas movies, the traditional ones.
Oh, yeah, I love those.
Friday After Next, Home Alone.
It's funny. They shoot like 1 million of them every year. Yep. And so I was like, how do they make so many movies? So I started looking it up. You know how I do. Do you know how much, so Jeremy Piven is in one of them, and I like him.
I like him, too.
He's in the one I'm watching right now. I haven't finished. It's like My Dad's Date or something. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so I looked up how much money do actors in these movies make.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know there's at least some of y'all that get locked in like I do and just have them on as background noise for whatever else you're doing. But you maybe not. Maybe you won't admit it like I will in front of thousands of people into a microphone. But they shoot those things in like 3 weeks.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? And the lead actors typically make about $65,000. And it goes down from there. Like if you have like a medium part, you're going to make like $30,000.
I wonder why.
But it's 3 weeks work, so I mean.
Yeah, but the movies are what, an hour and a half, hour 45, like a regular movie?
A regular movie.
Wow. Cutting them short.
Like the one you watched with Liam Neeson, it probably took them a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looked like it. Because it was so long and dry.
But, but
it was just him a lot, too.
These little sappy Hallmark movies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
615-737-1045. Even if we don't read your messages on the F&M Bank chat live on air, we do see them sometimes and just randomly start laughing. But James says no moonshine. No, here's what moonshine's doing. He was trying to make it work, but he's traveling from Florida to California today, and he's in the air the entire show.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
It's almost Montana time, too.
I don't know if it had anything to do with his miss last week with Tennessee at Georgia.
I had to pull it up now. What is it? You know, no, Montana Grizz put out something. It was the video, that hype video was narrated by Mark Mariani. We're going to have to check that out and see how Mark
is that true?
Yeah, we're going to have to grade him.
Steve on YouTube. Brent going to get a knock on the door tonight. 2 agents going to be there with guns to take his man card.
That's what I was laughing at. Yeah, that was a good one, Steve.
I have no problem admitting that I love romantic comedies.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Especially Christmas movies, man. They make you feel good.
I watch Christmas movies all day, but I'm gonna tell you what. I maybe once we get closer, I'll go through my list.
Die Hard.
It ain't my guy to watch.
You don't like watching Die Hard?
I like watching it, but I don't have to watch it. Like I got some ones that I gotta watch during Christmas. You know what's one of them? I just throw this out there.
What?
4 Christmases.
4 Christmases is great.
It's so underrated.
That is a great film. You're right about that.
So underrated. Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn.
Reese, man.
Yeah.
Vince
like
Vaughn.
that right there, that dynamic and all the other actors that are in it, like, is dope. So,
like, because he is him in that movie.
Yes.
But watching her react to him is
pretty
really
dope.
fun.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, I didn't know she had that. I didn't know. Yeah. Okay. I see you, Reese.
Let's get Jeff in here in Lewisburg. Jeff, what's up, man?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing today?
What up, Jeff?
We're good, man. It's Friday here in the Music City.
Better believe it.
It is, and you know it's Trash Talk Friday, Slate.
It is.
You know I got to get on you. Them Lewisburg Tigers got to play them Pearl Call Firebirds.
Firebirds.
Yeah.
So I need to know, is Slate going to be in the building?
Man, I'm going to miss the building tonight, but I will keep a close eye on it, man. I got to head up to, I only got one eye right now. I got to head up to Knoxville, man. I got to go get some work done up there.
Understand what you think and what's your prediction, man? I think Lewisburg, we beat y'all in the regular season to win the district.
Yep.
And so, tonight, this is going for the state now.
I think Coach Brunetti, I think Brunetti have his guys ready to roll, and I think they'll get the dub on y'all. That speed will be unleashed tonight.
Well, I tell you what, I was at the game. I've been following Lewisburg for a minute, and I've been watching them all playoffs, man. I'm telling you, they got a lot of speed, too.
I don't doubt it at all.
It's going to be interesting tonight. I watched the quarterback, the Thompson kid.
Yeah.
He's up for Mr. Football. And I watched him kind of do intercepted a pass last week against Station Camp. He was on like about the 30. He hawked him all the way down to the 5-yard line. He had some speed. He had some wheels on him.
The wheels
I'm thinking, and look, I'm going to go crazy with you. I think Lewisburg tonight probably 21-7.
Okay.
And I'll call you back Monday, so we'll see what's going on.
Well, I know nothing about Lewisburg, but I know Pearl Cone's good.
If Pearl wins, Pearl will score over 20 points. I think that's what I lean on.
Okay. You know, last time it was raining, so we're going to see what happens.
There you go.
It's neutral site tonight, neutral weather. It's going to be cold out there, baby.
Yes, sir. Football weather, baby.
Y'all fellas, hey, man, love it. Listen to y'all, man. Y'all have a blessed day. Okay?
Appreciate
you
it,
too,
bro.
Jeff. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Man, shout out to Jason Maxwell and my guy Marcus Hayslip down there in Lewisburg, man. Lewisburg legends.
Do you have Mark Mariani's hype video from Montana?
Uh-oh.
Yes, I do.
He better do. Moonshine, you better have delivered. I'm calling you in the air right now.
Playing it now?
Yeah. We might not play the whole thing, but
Some places will tell you it just means more. But in Montana, the brawl of the wild means everything. Here, your loyalties lie deeply rooted on either side of the mountains and stay there forever. All the conditioning, all the practice, every rep, every lift, every drop of sweat and blood has led up to this moment. In my day, the Great Divide Trophy stayed right where it belongs, in the hallowed halls of Grizzly Stadium. But lately, the home team has dominated.
And start the celebration in Missoula.
Now, as we set off over the mountains, we've got another top 10 battle brewing for the second straight year. Just the way it should be. Remember, dominating against all odds and rising up in the face of adversity is in the Montana Grizzlies' DNA.
Okay, Shine.
okay. So somebody had to give
Highline
him.
and Havre,
Whoa.
Come on, Shine.
Prairie and Hysham,
Yeah.
to the mountains in Hamilton.
Yeah.
The state of Montana is, always has been,
And always will be.
our state. And we have a 300-pound mountain of brass to prove it. Throw out the stats. Throw out the record books.
Junior Harvin has it. Touchdown, Montana.
Once that first whistle blows, we play for one thing. Pride. We fight for the pride and traditions of the Montana Grizzlies. We fight for the state of Montana. And we fight for all of Grizz Nation. And all who
See,
stand
this
behind us.
is the problem. He needs us directing him.
No matter what the
Come up,
circumstances
Sam.
are.
There's no way this was the first take. First take was Sean going crazy.
It had to be, dog.
And then they had to dial him back.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yep.
They wanted him dialed back.
Yep, that ain't Shine.
Listen, man, don't ask Moonshine to be Morgan Freeman.
No, yeah, exactly, Yoral. Exactly. He was all the way up to that. He delivered.
We need to recut that thing.
We
Send it to
should.
Montana.
If you can, I tell you what, if we can figure out that last part, I'll recut that last part and then send it to Montana like this how y'all supposed to have Shine doing. Because Shine got this in him.
I just need to send them a Blood in the Water segment and be like, this is what you guys should have done at the end of it. Like the first
First
minute.
part was great.
Yeah.
Here's what we're going to do. Can we peel it back without him talking, without the narration, and just have the music, and then have him recut in our style, in Shine style? And then send it up there? Like, this is what y'all should have done. Y'all want to get people hype in the stadium?
Yeah.
This ain't it. And it's not anything about Mark Mariani.
No.
He's just doing what he was told.
That's all.
We know what he would do without somebody
Yeah.
telling him to dial it back.
Yeah. He got me ready to watch the game, though.
He loves it too much. Right, but if they play that in the stadium.
Dog, it's supposed to rise with the music.
Yeah.
And I see Shine right there going crazy. Like, woo.
That was hard for him to do that.
I know it was. They probably told him, listen, Shine, go in the library and cut this part right here.
In the library.
This is the only way we can
And then
keep
Moonshine
going.
was like, where's the damn library?
Where's that quiet place? I don't know.
Did
what
you
a
ever go to the
quiet
library,
place
Tennessee?
is. Hell yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, it was, yeah.
That was a good social place, actually.
I had 2 classes in there.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's good.
yeah.
They had one room that was open all night long, and you could actually talk in that room.
Really? Nah, I ain't go to them parts. I went to the class. Like, hey.
Oh, man. We left our mark on Tennessee, didn't we?
Absolutely, baby.
Each of our own separate ways.
I'm going to go find that mark this weekend.
Like, the broadcasting department of Tennessee has no idea that I have a broadcasting degree from Tennessee.
Really?
I just coasted through there.
Let me get on through
Nobody knew I was there. All right, 615-737-1045. Are you looking to save on internet and mobile this holiday season? Well, good news. Xfinity is having a Black Friday sale. Their best deals of the year are right here. Learn how to get your choice of 5G phone on Xfinity. Plus, you can also get fast, reliable Xfinity internet with a line of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited for a great low price. So don't wait. Bring home a new 5G phone and get Wi-Fi speeds up to a gig on Xfinity Mobile. That's a big deal. Or should I say a gig deal? Gig 'em. Now through December 3rd, ask how to get your choice of free 5G phone with an unlimited plus line. Plus, get 300 megabit Xfinity internet and unlimited mobile line together for only $35 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com/Black Friday sale to learn more. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Equipment taxes and fees are extra. After the promotion, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity internet. Gig speeds available via hotspots to Xfinity Mobile customers only. Reduced mobile speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Actual internet speeds and data thresholds may vary.
Never too early to start thinking about the big game. And this November's in sports, the newest sports book here in Tennessee has launched a brand new sweepstakes for all its Tennessee customers. Big game sweepstakes. You could win a grand prize of 2 tickets to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans or $10,000 cash. We will be there in New Orleans as well, by the way. And what's more is Zen Sports will also award 50 additional prizes, which include 2 tickets to any Tennessee sporting event or $100 cash. So if you want in on the action, what are you waiting for? Earn multiple entries every day just by betting on the Zen Sports app. Download it on your phone. For every bet you place, 1 entry. Every dollar you bet, another entry. You like parlays, like Slay? Earn double the entries on every parlay placed. You sign up for Zen Sports, you'll automatically earn up to $100 no danger first wager or 2. So if your first bet loses, get reimbursed for the amount of your bet up to $100. Zen Sports, start betting, download their app. That's where betting just got better. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. No danger first wager, limited to plus 500 odds to qualify. Terms and conditions apply. A qualifying wager for a wager entry must have minimum odds for any leg in the entry of at least minus 250 or worse American odds. A wager at minus 251 odds does not qualify, obviously. Head to zensports.com/sweepstakes for contest terms and conditions. You got to be 21 and older and in Tennessee to bet.
Good afternoon. It is 4:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. Titans are headed to Houston this weekend for a division matchup with the Texans on Sunday at noon. Brian Callahan met with the media and said that L'Jarius Sneed, Leroy Watson, Tyjae Spears would all miss Sunday's game. Cornerback Roger McCreary will be questionable. Callahan also said that Sneed would be placed on IR tomorrow, meaning he'll miss at least the next 4 games. Tonight, number 11 Tennessee basketball will face number 13 Baylor in the Baha Mar Championship game in the Bahamas. The Vols down Virginia 64-42 last night, while Baylor down St. John's in a double overtime thriller. The Vol Network call begins at 8 right here on The Zone. Tip-off at 8:30. This weekend in college football, number 2 Ohio State hosts number 5 Indiana at 11. Number 9 Ole Miss heads to the Swamp to face Florida at 11. Number 6 Notre Dame faces number 19 Army at 6. And number 11 Tennessee hosts UTEP for Senior Day. The Vol Network coverage starts right here on The Zone at 10. Kickoff is at noon. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone Friday edition. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. A little chilly out there.
A little chilly out there.
Winter coming.
Come on, winter. I'm begging you. Come on.
Do you like cold weather?
I don't mind it. I like that better than summer because I can always warm up. I can't cool off.
That's what I used to tell people. You can dress for the cold.
Yep.
I mean, summer, like if you're going to dress for the heat, I like to just go out there naked.
Hey. Well, yep. Thanks, Zeph.
Zeph, you cold weather guy or summer guy?
Summer guy.
Zeph starts to wear hoodies with flannel shirts like he's Eddie Vedder. Which Zeph doesn't even know who Eddie Vedder is, I'm sure.
He's a lumberjack.
Lead singer Pearl Jam.
Ah. Good to know. I do know who Pearl Jam is. So.
I figured you knew who Pearl Jam was.
Yeah.
Good job, Zeph.
And for those that don't know, I love telling this story, and I'll make it quick. Pearl Jam's original name was Mookie Blaylock.
From the Hooper.
Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Mookie Blaylock, the former point guard at Oklahoma and then in the NBA. Yeah, they loved Mookie Blaylock because he played for the Seattle Supersonics back in the day.
And they named
their band Mookie Blaylock.
Pretty dope.
And so then they were like, well, we probably shouldn't name the band after a guy that's not in the band and, is a random basketball player that we like.
I thought that was dope.
And so then they were at one of the guys had an aunt named Pearl, and she made great jam. So
really,
so it became Pearl Jam. So their first record is called Pearl Jam 10, and there are not 10 songs on it. There are 11 songs on the record. They named the record 10 after Mookie Blaylock because he was number 10.
Like that. That's
listen to this.
I wonder did Mookie ever go to any shows? He had to.
You gotta love him, right?
He had to go to shows. I would.
Right?
Yeah, I wish Kings of Leon or Chris
just
Stapleton.
change him. Chris Stapleton just changed his name to Slay.
Yeah, that boy. I'll really be all over, man. I'll really be all over. I'll be following. I'll be a stalker.
You already kind of are.
I am. I'm absolutely am.
You're in the public stalker.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm letting them know I'm out here. I'm looking for you.
He's not really that kind of guy either.
I know.
Like
that's what's even crazy.
Kind of guy.
So it's complete opposite. He's hiding from me, and I'm out here in the open looking for him. Can't find him. Shout out to all the awards he won, too, man. Shabuzi should have gotten an award, too. But
yeah. And shout out to our guy that will remain nameless that's trying to get him on the show.
Right.
Because it'll happen at some point.
Yep, can't wait. Shout out to
so you're a Kings of Leon guy, too?
Love Kings of Leon.
Okay.
I got into them before I got into country. And
so that would make more sense. If Kings of Leon changed their name, or Paramore's from Franklin, Kings of Leon changed their name to Slay.
Oh.
And then the next record was 35.
I'm telling you, I'm in the group. There's nothing they could say to keep me out of the group.
And all it was on the cover was like a Hitchcock silhouette with a headband.
Oh,
we got this thing figured out.
Put the headband around the Hitchcock, though. That'll be even colder.
I'm telling you, if you need us to market you, we can do it. We can do it.
We help all our
Now, it'll be kind of weird, but we'll get there. 615-737-1045. Should we do recent lore this quick?
Yeah, might as well. Come on.
Reese and Laura on the phone on a Friday here in the Music City. Reese, Laura, what's up?
We just called you, Mayor. We just called you. What about it? Go ahead, Laura.
I
don't
love
even
it.
know what I'm going to say now.
Oh, we got you too early, huh? Got you too early.
You tricked us, Mayor. What about a big sleigh? Long time no hear.
Hey, Reese, before you keep going, friend just said Chris Slapleton.
That is.
Slapleton.
I'm sorry, Chris Slapleton.
Yeah.
Laura loves Chris Slapleton. I'm not going to lie, that White Horse song's okay, but besides that, really doesn't hit the ear bubbles that well to me, but hey, to each their own.
Come on, Reese.
I'm sorry, I love you. I love Laura. I just can't get behind the old Slapleton besides White Horse. It's not my deal, but everybody likes something.
Reese, what is wrong with you, man?
Listen to a few of his songs.
Reese, who do you listen to then?
Well, besides Justin Moore and Luke Combs, we like the 80s on 8 on the Sirius Reese M radio.
Okay. Listen, I'll roll with the 80s on 8 from time to time.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Justin Moore.
Yeah, I do like Justin Moore and Luke Combs. But now, y'all know what tomorrow... Well, first off, babe, do you have anything? I know you weren't ready for the quick draw.
No, just that I feel better after the migraine.
Oh, I didn't know you had a migraine.
Now,
That's good, Laura. All
Mayor, y'all ran out of time on me yesterday. You remember that?
We did. I didn't want to cut you loose and give you that was
2 minutes.
Wednesday, actually, I think. But, yeah. But plus, it was weird that you were calling on Wednesday. That kind of threw me off.
Well, I wanted to call Monday. Laura wasn't feeling good. I wanted to call Tuesday. Laura wasn't feeling good. And then I guess it was yesterday. I thought, or Wednesday. Anyhow,
I know it was all your fault, too.
Guaranteed.
Oh, I'm sure it is. It's always my fault. Do you know what tomorrow is, Big Slate?
Laura's birthday.
No, I'm a Cancer baby.
Oh, that's right. You were my bad, Laura.
Even better than that, Big Slate. I'm disappointed. Mayor probably already knows what tomorrow is.
What is it?
Tomorrow's the day that you make money on Tennessee minus 40.5.
Tomorrow is payday. Mayor's with me.
See, you never asked me, Big Slay, are you with me? So I didn't know if I was with you or not.
I said I was here, Big Slay. We missed you.
Yeah, but you didn't say, Big Slay, are you with me? That's my call. That's like the bat signal right there.
Okay, well, I guess we missed our chance there. We'll have to get that later. Now, well, yeah, and that threw me a curveball too. I'm not real big on that. But
wait.
Yeah,
Adam on YouTube says Reese is not sober enough to enjoy good music.
Yeah.
And Adam has the right to his opinion, and I hope Adam is a Vols fan, and we support Vols fans.
No, he's not.
He is definitely not.
He's one of the Tuscaloosa guys.
Oh, well, if he likes Chris Stapleton in Alabama, then the blank Suzanne with him. But now, here's what needs to happen, Big Slay, because they got us out of the playoff picture because Indiana plays, sorry, Babs, but Indiana plays teams like Western Carolina and wins 60-0,
right.
And apparently that's good enough to go to the playoffs. So here's what happens. We need Ohio State to beat Indiana by like 40 points and let everybody know that they're no good. We need to beat UTEP by literally 60. I'm not exaggerating. We need to beat them by 60. And then we need to go into Nashville, and some other teams lose, like Ole Miss, who's crying about playing in a championship. And we need to go into Nashville and beat Vanderbilt by a minimum of 40, and then hope some cards fall in our place, and we get in there, and Heupel does what he does. What do you think, Big Slate?
I think that sounds tremendous, and I'm with that because what you are leaning to is us handling our business tomorrow and then the following Saturday when they come down to Nashville, then letting the chips fall where they may with just a little bit of help. I like that all day long.
Exactly, and also we need Indiana to get showed up because that whole number 5 in America, their big win that they're hanging their hat on is unranked Nebraska.
Yeah.
Or Michigan, who's 5-5. They haven't beaten a team with a winning record, to be fair.
No
offense.
We went while I was on hold one of the 2 times this week. I went not trying to be rude, but I was like, all right, gotta have something. So I went through Indiana's schedule right in front of Laura, and I was like, look, what is there? Western Carolina, Florida Atlantic, I don't know who, Florida International, something stupid like Charlotte. I mean, you're literally Indiana's schedule looks like the schedule Western Kentucky or Middle Tennessee plays.
Yeah. Yep.
And they're going to be in the playoffs if they get beat by 15 or less. That's a joke. Then they'll be like Notre Dame when they get in the playoffs. They'll barely sneak in, and then they'll get their butts kicked by 30, and they'll make some excuse over the refs. So big play. Are you with me?
You know it, baby. There it is. I'm with you,
You
Reese.
know what tomorrow is.
Yeah, it's payday, Reese.
It's payday. I got $1,000 on it. I hope you do too. We're going to win by $60 or more. Well, you knew I had $1,000 on. We had $1,600. I put the first 1,000 on as soon as it dropped to 8.5. There's baby cup cut by the cat carrier. Don't let her get hit by the car. But anyhow, I love y'all. We're gonna win by 60 tomorrow. We're gonna win by 40. Let's go, Big Orange! We love you, Big Boy.
Yes, sir.
Who did Reese have $1,000 on?
Tennessee.
I thought it was Tennessee. Then he said something about 8.5.
I thought that was the basketball game, maybe, but I could be wrong.
No, he's talking about 8.5 wins.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
That one was an easy one.
Oh, yeah. He said it, though, too, at that time.
I already won on LSU under 9.5 wins.
Oh, Vandy game already started. I was going to bet with them.
Yeah, go ahead and turn that on, please, Zeph. All right, when we come back, Greg Cosell from NFL Matchup, NFL Network, at Greg Cosell on Twitter. Titans lose 23-13. We'll get the positives from that performance from him, what he saw on tape, and Titans at Texans, the matchups. That's coming up next. Greg Cosell, 3HL 104.5, The Zone.
What's happening, people? It's time. It's Kellum Stem Cell Institute time. Get on in there and get this holistic stem cell therapy, man. Get your body to feeling back good. Like Big Slay body feel good. Your body, your cells, your solution. Why I did that voice, I have no earthly idea. When you do the holistic stem cell therapy, you don't have to sound like that. I promise you don't. But let me tell you a little bit about my journey, man. The inflammation was tearing my knee up, man. I went in and I was like, hey, Dr. Kellum, listen. I know I played a lot of years, a lot of wear and tear on my knees. Inflammation is killing me, dog, and I don't want to keep on popping these over-the-counter drugs, whatever it may be. And you know what he told me? I got something for you. Let's walk. Hey, we walked right in there and got it done. It's body stem cell. Yes, they were harvested and redeployed right directly where it was. And the knee went so well, I said, you know what? Let's get this hip together. Boom, knock that out as well. All this happening, man. Nanoparticles and other growth factors function by increasing the energy of your cells. So it's just waking your cells up. Your cells waking your other cells up. Like, let's get healed. Consultation, get it today. 615-850-4415. KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
I want to tell you about my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a new car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, or a pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or Jeep. Gupton has the inventory for you, and you can check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. Their expansive pre-owned selection of Jeeps, Ram trucks, whatever you need, they've got you going. Sleigh Dog, you okay over there?
No.
Thank God for Kellum. But check out Gupton this weekend. It is a beautiful drive to Springfield, Tennessee. Take 24 West to exit 35, straight shot to the best vehicle buying experience you will have ever had. At Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, they will hook you up. Take a short drive to beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. Check out the all-new 2025 models of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram pickups at Gupton. Gupton, just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville, 3450 Tom Austin Highway. And remember that Gupton offers a full service department to keep your new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in tip-top shape. From oil and lube changes, scheduled maintenance, calls to brakes, transmission services, and more. For the best deals on your new vehicle and keeping you in the best service possible, you got to go to Gupton. Gupton, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, or GuptonMotors.com.
I love living in Middle Tennessee. We've got great restaurants, entertainment, sports, and one of the nation's top Ford dealers right here in our backyard. Two Rivers Ford. Remember that name. Two Rivers has been a staple in our community since 1983. They're locally owned. They have a non-commissioned sales team, and they sell below MSRP. They've been doing business with integrity for decades. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Kings of Leon, another band from here. Mount Juliet, I think, for them. Awesome. Incredible band. Brett Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Don Davenport in Morgantown, West Virginia for the second week in a row. She's got UCF and West Virginia. She's seen the Mountaineers now 4 times. Cosell, Greg Cosell joins us now on 3HO. Greg, what's up? How are you?
Brandon, what's happening, my man?
You know anything about UCF and West Virginia?
I know West Virginia has a left tackle that I watched over the summer, and I'm trying to Wyatt some Mullen maybe, so I can't remember his name.
Yeah, starting to see him pop up in like second round mocks. I know you love mock drafts.
Yeah,
but
no, because I did him over the summer. Yeah, but that's really
huge,
all I know about West Virginia.
Mountain Mama, yeah, all those things. All right, so a lot of talk about penalties this week. When you watch film, my argument for the illegal formation, and I know that was an emphasis, obviously, during the summer because in the opener we saw it called against the Chiefs like 8 times. Haven't seen it as much throughout the course of the year. The Titans had not had an illegal formation called on them until the 3 on 68, which cost them 80 yards passing and a touchdown. Now, the idea is the helmet of the tackle needs to be at the midsection of the center, which my argument is, and maybe you see it when you watch film because you're paying more attention than me, but my argument is you could see that on every play.
I didn't know what to make of that. I don't even follow those rules that closely until you just told me, but I was kind of confused by that. I mean, when I saw what the penalty was, so I looked at it, from the sideline angle, which I have obviously, and I don't know. I almost feel like you have to be looking for that to call that, but I don't know. I just had a hard time with that. That was a bit of a struggle for me.
Well, so hit me with the play. I know it didn't count, but the 51-yard touchdown pass that came off the board because of the illegal formation. What was going on that play? Do you remember, or did you just file that one away since it didn't count?
I remember that Ridley ran by the corner and that the safety sat low. So, it was the right read and Levis threw it over the top. And Ridley ran right by, I forget the corner, it was the right corner. So I can't remember if it was Gilmore or Murphy, but it was. It was the right read and a great throw. And like I said, I was kind of surprised by the penalty, but I guess so be it.
Are you seeing better things from Levis since he came back these last 2 games?
Yeah, I think the last 2 games he's been better. I think there's a couple of things. Just mentally that he's got to get better at in terms of understanding what he's looking at pre-snap. But I think that he's played with a little greater sense of poise and a little more composure in the pocket. But I think, again, you're looking for incremental steps. He still has not started, I think, the full extent of a full season. So, you're still dealing with a young quarterback. This week they couldn't run the ball at all. So now the game falls on him. He made some good throws in this game. And there were no really bad plays in this game. You can't look at the final interception as a bad play.
Right.
They're down by 2 scores with less than 2 minutes to go. That's not really a bad play in that sense. I think it's been better. Now you want to see him continue that. And, the thing is they need a run game, and they've been having a good one, but this week they couldn't run the ball at all.
All right, so walk us through the 98-yard touchdown. What was going on? Obviously, you had an out route underneath. It looked like one of the corners jumped that route, and that enabled the NWI to run free down the sideline. The safety, I don't know what he was doing.
Well, it came out of 13 personnel. They had 1 back, 3 tight ends on the field. It was closed. The formation was closed to the field and twins to the boundary. So the Vikings showed a 6-man front. Cashman was the only stack backer. They played with 4 DBs. They basically played what would probably in the lexicon be called palms to the boundary side where it was twins. And what that means is essentially it's quarters until it becomes cover 2. So what happened is Gilmore turned it into cover 2 because of the outcut from the slot, okay? So he turned himself into a cover 2 corner looking to trap the outcut, and Levis gave him a shoulder roll as well. So when that happened, I think it was Metellus was the safety over the top. He's got to start retreating because it just turned into cover 2, and he was late in playing over the top. And it was just a great throw by Levis, but that's exactly what happened on the play. And it was, it was a great throw, and that was what the coverage was.
Greg Cosell with us. NFL Matchup is a show you need to watch coming up this weekend on the NFL properties, on the ESPN properties. Also, NFL Network, at Greg Cosell on X.
Cosell, buddy, I missed you, man. Glad to be back with you, dog.
Hey, you know what? I was thinking of you the other night when I woke up the other morning and saw Dalton Connect had 37 points.
Man, he's so man.
He's 9 for 12 from three-point range. I thought he was like,
yeah, man, he's feeling it up.
22 straight points for the Lakers. It was incredible.
He's good to watch, man. Fun to watch. Now, when you watching these receivers, that's what I want to know. Are you noticing them getting open better, or is the scheme different? Or is it just Will Levis more so settling down and taking his time and being able to hit
Well, it's probably more a function of Levis. I mean, Ridley's a good receiver. I remember one game earlier this season where he had 8 targets and no catches, and I remember looking at that game and feeling like, hey, he was open at times. But I think Levis is making some better throws. Look, he hit him with a slot fade, as I recall, at one point in this game, where the coverage was pretty good. I think it was a third down play as well. And it was really, really good ball placement, where he put it on Ridley's back shoulder. If you make those kinds of throws, you give your receivers a chance, Slay. And Ridley's going to make those catches. I mean, he's a good receiver. Obviously, he's not going to end up with the statistics that he hoped to have this year and that he's had in the past because he's very, very good, but he's good. And if Levis can continue to throw the ball with good ball, consistent ball location. That's a little bit of an issue for him that he still has to work through. He's such a tight thrower. He's kind of a muscle-bound thrower, and that's not going to change. That's just the way he is. But there was, for instance, there was a ball to Westbrook, a seam route. I think it was on the second possession that fell into that kind of gray area of catchable ball, but not really a good throw. I don't know if you remember the play. It was a really good read by Levis versus 2 high zone coverage, but you really would like him to see him put the ball right on Westbrook-Heaney's hands. Instead, he kind of made him dive for it. And yes, is it catchable in a strict sense? Yes, but it's that gray area. It's not really a good enough throw.
Yeah, where they need to be helping each other. This is the defensively, man. What are you seeing in Big Jeff and Tavondre? Like, Donner got away a couple of times, but boy, as far as collapsing that pocket, man, is it any better right now than what those two are doing?
I thought both those guys played well in this game.
Yeah.
I thought Sweat the last couple of weeks, not that he was poor, but after a really fine start, he kind of settled into, like I said, not being bad. But I thought this week he really showed up on tape. And Simmons, I thought, played well in addition. So, I thought those 2 D tackles had good games. I tell you, I've been impressed, and I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I've been impressed with Brownlee and even Baker. I think Baker has played well. So I think the 2 corners have actually played pretty well, given that neither one was expected to be playing when the season started.
Speaking of Baker, what did you think about that penalty in the end zone where they said he launched himself into Addison? And that was 7 points that Minnesota got after that penalty.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I saw that live, and I forget who the official was that they went to talk about it, and he basically said that he didn't think it was a penalty. So I'll defer to that. I never know. You know what, Brent? I never know with that stuff. That stuff always confuses me. I think I actually had a great conversation with Mike Pereira this summer at an event.
That's the guy to talk to.
What's that?
That's the guy to talk to.
Yeah, because Mike and I have known each other for years and years, and we were at an event, and he actually came up to me, and he asked me, what bothers you about, watching NFL games with the officials? He asked me that, so I said, I got to tell you, Mike, I don't know the rules really well because I don't follow that, but I said, I hate the feeling of watching a game and seeing a big play on either side, because I don't necessarily have a rooting interest, and just waiting for a penalty flag. Yeah. I said, that's what bothers me most. And he said, I understand that perfectly, and that's something that we're really conscious of. Because that's the worst thing, when you see a big play one way or the other, and you're just waiting for a flag.
That's right. You're waiting for the shoe to drop. And it's almost like any time a wide receiver puts his hands in the air, here comes the flag like 5 seconds later.
Yeah. So, and I mean, look, it's a very difficult balance because no one is going to argue against personal safety. No one is going to argue against that. But it is football, and I don't know the balance. Believe me, that's way beyond my simple mind. But I don't want to watch games and feel like I'm waiting for flags.
Can you walk us through Sam Darnold to Jordan Addison, 47-yard touchdown? It was a transcontinental route, is what Coach Matt calls them, but a crosser down the middle of the field. What happened on that route?
Yeah, it was what we call dagger. So dagger is an inside vertical and an outside dig. So Powell ran the vertical, Addison ran the deep dig underneath it. The Titans had a five-man zone pressure, so that means they're short one player in coverage. So the boundary corner, Brownlee, and the slot corner, McCrary, they were part of the pressure, and they played a two-shell zone coverage behind it, and you don't have enough underneath defenders because you've rushed five. So, you're hoping that the pressure becomes a factor. And Darnold actually did a great job on that play of climbing the pocket, and he stuck the throw on Addison, who had run after catch, because you're short a defender. When you do what they did there, you're counting, and particularly when you have two defensive backs as part of the pressure, you're counting on the pressure to be a factor because you're short defensive backs. And the pressure turned out not to be a factor, and he just stuck it on Addison on the deep dig, and there just were not bodies around him.
It was a great throw. I mean, hit him in stride, and Amani Hooker.
Oh yeah, they're really good throwing the ball between the numbers. That's a major part of their game under Kevin O'Connell. And Darnold throws a really nice ball, by the way.
It's guys in stride. What do the Titans need to do, Cosell, to get a win in Houston against a really tough team at home? They're 4-1 at home.
You mean besides scoring more points?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Cosell. Thank you, Cosell. We'll talk to you next week.
I tell you, I think a couple of things stand out to me about Houston's offense, and this is where I think the Titans, I don't want to say they have an advantage, but where they need to sort of win the battle. The pass protection for the Texans this year has not been anywhere near as good as last year. And because of that, Stroud has played a little fast at times this year. You can almost see it. It's not an X and O point. You can see it watching TV. He's rushing himself a little bit. He's playing a little too fast. The interception he threw, for instance, on Monday night, he threw it way too early. You can see him he's not a comfortable player. So they've tried to compensate for that by running the ball more because the O-line has actually run blocked well, and therefore you see Mixon being a volume runner this year, much more so than last year. They didn't have Mixon, but clearly the pass game was their defining feature a year ago. This year, the run game is more the defining feature of their offense. So they've got to make sure they can stop the run and then create pressure because that's been a sore spot for the Texans O-line, and you can see that pressure has really impacted C.J. Stroud this year. That they have to win that battle, Brent.
Yeah, his numbers are way off from last year. So that's a good supplement of information.
What's your thoughts on Joe Mixon, man? How well is he playing? You see what Derrick Henry's doing, you see what Saquon's doing, but Joe Mixon right there in that conversation.
Yeah, I've always loved Joe Mixon ever since he came out of Oklahoma. I forget who else was in that draft. There was another big time back in that draft, and I forget who it was, what year that was. But I've always loved Mixon. He's physical, he's tough, he's competitive. I wouldn't call him a true breakaway back, even though he's had some of those runs this year, just because he's had a lot of space. But he's very physical. Like you can see when Mixon runs that if it's blocked for 5, he's getting 9 or 11. There's a physicality. He's a guy you got to get a lot of bodies to. And you got to make sure you do that because he's a strong finisher and he's got natural power.
He is a guy. What about him in the passing game? How much is that an extension for C.J. Stroud to be able to hit him?
Yeah, well, I mean, the screen game is where it's really a factor.
Okay,
he's been a great receiver in his career, and he's been able to run vertical routes as well and line up outside. They don't use him that way as much as Cincinnati did for a stretch there, but the screen game, he's really, really good. So that's something you have to be aware. And they'll do more of that simply because that's a way to sort of counter pressure, which, as I said, they've struggled with their O-line in normal pass protection.
Here are the running backs that I had to look once you mentioned it. It was the 2017 draft. Let's see. Leonard Fournette went to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's probably the guy because he was the 4th pick in the draft.
Fourth pick in the draft.
I was wrong on Fournette. I thought he'd be a really, really good pro, and it didn't turn out that way because he ended up being too stiff.
Christian McCaffrey went 8th to the Panthers. And then Dalvin Cook also picked ahead.
That's a good running back draft.
Yes,
Not bad, right?
Hey, let me ask you something, Cosell. You were talking about Leonard Fournette.
Alvin Kamara. Well,
Alvin was in that,
after him
sure
too. Wow. Okay.
Yep. Leonard Fournette, man, his running style. Is Derrick Henry kind of straight up? Both of them kind of straight up, though, right? What's the problem with you think that Fournette ran into? Injuries, probably.
Fournette was a choppy runner with his feet. Henry's not choppy. Fournette would sort of, for a guy that big, Fournette, when he got into confined space, which is the kind of runner he has to be, because of his size and his stiffness and his core, he would start chopping his feet. And he would lose a lot of his power. I mean, because I remember watching him in college, particularly his next to last year when he had the huge year, and he would run over people.
Yes, he would.
And again, you don't assume he'll run over NFL players, but I just thought he had really good natural power in college. But in the NFL, because he started to chop his feet, he'd lose all his power, and he would just get tackled.
That's right.
There was a play in the LSU Auburn game that just popped in my head that when you were talking about him running people over, where he just threw a guy down and went for.
Well, he had a play in the bowl game one year, his next to last year, might have been Texas Tech. It was a Texas school. And it was about a 35, 40-yard run, and he just ran through a secondary player like he was, like the guy wasn't there. And he didn't even lose any balance after he did it.
Yeah.
There he is. He's Greg Cosell. NFL matchup coming up this weekend, and NFL Network, NFL Films is what I should say.
NFL Films.
Yep. Thank you, Greg. Good stuff, man. Have a great weekend, my friend.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
There he is, Greg Cosell, at Greg Cosell on Twitter. Let's go to Tony in McMinnville at 615-737-1045. Tony, what up?
Oh, come on, man. You going to make me follow Greg Cosell? Good Lord.
Somebody's got to. Somebody's got to.
All right. I know you're a big rock history buff.
Just randomly,
I got one I think one may stump you.
All right.
After Eric Clapton came back from an American tour with Cream, he met Jimmy Page at a coffee shop and supposedly told Jimmy Page that if they don't change what they're doing, there's a guy in America that's going to run them all out of the business. Who was he talking about?
Ooh, I have no idea. Hit me.
Jimi Hendrix.
Ooh. Yeah, Jimmy was.
The first time
Jimi Hendrix was different. He's lighting things on fire.
The first time Eric Clapton heard him, he thought he was phenomenal. The second time he heard Jimi Hendrix play, Jimi Hendrix ran him off the stage in England.
Oh, yeah. Jimi Hendrix, man. Incredible. Jimi Hendrix, way better than Jimmy Page, and I love Led Zeppelin. But, I mean, it's hard to kind of put these guys and rank them, but Stevie Ray Vaughan in there too, but Eric Clapton definitely, but he's more slow hand guy, hence the nickname. But, man, that's great, brother. Appreciate you.
Hey, no problem. I would trash talk UTEP, but I don't know anything about them, so no problem.
Yeah, keep it simple on that one. Yeah, but the
they beat Kennesaw State in double overtime.
The trash talk for me comes in at the committee. You know what I'm saying? Like we it's the points that we're gonna put up and blame all of the sportsmanship on the committee.
More on the Titans-Texans matchup. Texans get a player back. That is not good news for the Titans. We'll talk about it next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
You can get in the game with Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. We just got a brand new door installed on our patio out to our backyard from Pella this morning, and they were phenomenal. Now, we already knew they were phenomenal because they replaced some of our windows in our home, but our door had started to rust, so we added a new door as well, and they showed up a little bit early. They did a phenomenal job. The new door is absolutely gorgeous. this, and we are now ready for winter because it is sealed way better than our old door ever thought about being. And it looks way better. It is beautiful. And if you are in need of new doors and or windows, Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, who you need to call. I've had a wonderful experience with them, and I know you will have the same. They have an offer for you, 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 full months. 615-249-1910 is your phone number, or you can easily schedule your free consultation. Check out that special offer I mentioned. Tell them Dawn sent you. Just go online, PellaNashville.com.
One of the best remakes ever, all along the Watchtower. Dave Matthews has a pretty good cut of this song, too.
I wish I knew how to play the guitar, man. If it was one instrument that you knew how to play, it would be the guitar?
Mm-hmm.
The saxophone.
What?
So see little Zeph being Kenny G. A Zephy G.
Saxophone.
You know who Kenny G is, Zeph?
I do know who Kenny G is. The stuff you can do with the saxophone.
He lives in Nashville, too.
I think is really cool. And I think it'd be a really fun instrument to play. And it's not like super like.
Oates from Hall & Oates can play a mean saxophone. He lives in Nashville, too.
Like a lot of people know how to play the guitar. Like a lot of people know how to play the piano. But like a saxophone, like.
Yeah, but I'm saying play.
No, I'm gonna get a guitar. I need to do that before I die.
And learn how to play it?
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't need to like go on stage and light it on fire and stuff like that, but.
Like Mickey Ryan.
Mickey Ryan, he plays the bass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you got a choice. So what you gonna play? You just gonna play acoustic guitar?
Yeah. Probably start with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mine would be piano.
I used to know how to play that.
I mean, really play it too.
Yeah.
Like,
I took lessons at Blair School of Music for piano and trumpet. I ended up playing trumpet because I wanted to play saxophone. I went to Parker Music Magnet School in Houston, which is where Beyonce went.
Now hold your mouth.
I couldn't make. That's how you do a trumpet, but you have to like say toot 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 to do a woodwind, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the saxophone, so they put me on trumpet, and I ended up really good at it. But I'm not anymore. I'm not anymore. Yeah, it makes
somebody said harmonica. That's a good one. You can go right straight to Grand Ole Opry.
Oh yeah, it's that easy. Just go get a harmonica. Go straight to the Grand Ole Opry. Hey, look, y'all.
Be right outside it.
Watch this.
Look at me. I used to have one of those when I was little.
So, Zeph, did you play any musical instruments?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Come on, Zeph.
Why saxophone? You think you're going to get the girls with the saxophone?
No, I just think it's a really cool sounding instrument.
I mean, it is.
Zeph is like a slick little baby romantic, right?
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
Because I know. Listen, I saw your wedding thing.
Your wedding thing.
Yeah,
the save the date?
Yeah, the save the date. And
he had nothing to do with that.
Nah, don't you put that past Zeph.
No, he's right.
See, you didn't.
No, I took. I willingly went and took those pictures.
What about the proposal though? The proposal was out.
I planned that.
See what I'm saying? It's like a little baby romantic.
How did you propose?
This is like the third time I've told this story.
Tell us, we got new listeners, Zeph. The people
every day.
Okay, so it was our anniversary, our 7th anniversary. Actually, we've known each other since early high school.
7th anniversary.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't even
married. Long time.
And I took her out to dinner.
Y'all should have got married when you were like 18.
I was gonna say, so are you gonna get married on your same anniversary so you can keep?
No,
so y'all gonna have 2 anniversaries?
No. Yeah, I guess.
He hadn't even thought about that. I know.
He hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, I guess.
Chris tried to trick me with this.
No, I guess you're right. Yeah. So I had been planning it for a couple of weeks. I didn't know how I was going to do it, and it was during that snowstorm early this year.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember that? And so the snow was on the ground, and I had taken her out to dinner. And while we were at dinner, I had her mom, her neighbor, and her little sister kind of set up the backyard. They put like lights. They did all like the design stuff. I just said make it look good, and they did it. And I just took her out of the house.
You just bargain orders.
So you're really not a romantic. Then.
So
you just showed up and did.
I mean, I try. I don't know if I succeed.
Yeah, you got her.
No, you just showed up and did your job. That's
So they like had the lights out. It was snow on the ground. They had a fire going, and then like we walked in like the backyard, and it was all like put together. And she like had no idea.
Oh yeah, because they were late in getting it done, so you had to go to the grocery store.
Yeah, we had to go to that. We had to stop by Publix because they needed a little extra time. Yeah.
So she was like, "Wait a minute, why are we going to Publix?"
No, we just went on roll with it, huh?
Yeah.
Did she ask you why you were going to Publix?
No, I said, hey, your mom texting me, needs to get something from the store.
Oh, you just flat out lied to her.
Smart, Zell.
Yeah.
Good job, Zell. Proud of you.
615-737-1045.
Story of Zeph, y'all.
Oh, man. People are telling you to stop doing the trumpet thing because you're going to hurt your eye. That is definitely true. Yeah, I'm telling you. It's going to give you a headache, and it's going to...
I just took some leave.
It's going to bust more blood vessels.
Oh, no, I don't need that. I'm supposed to do a game Friday. Next Friday.
What game you doing?
Delaware State at Texas.
Delaware State. Oh, we talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the coach at Delaware State? It's somebody you know.
It is somebody I know.
I forget who it was. Are they the Mud Hens?
I That's a good one, man. I hope they are.
You got a week to get ready.
I'm dying to know if they're the Mud Hens.
Delaware State Mud Hens.
No, man. Oh, they the Hornets.
Hornets? Mud Hens would be much better. Call them up there and tell them to change their name.
Tell them we got a request, Dan.
Yeah.
From the Hornets to the Mud Hens.
Yeah. We'll get Mark Mariani to do their Toledo Mud Hens.
What is a Mud Hen, though?
I don't know.
But you want them to be it.
I think it's a hen that rolls around in the mud.
Probably.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud has thrown more interceptions in 11 games this year than he did in 15 starts last year.
Oh, wow.
That goes to Cosell's little acknowledgement there that the offensive line hasn't been as good.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been leaning on the run game a little bit more. 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions last year, 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions so far this year. About that, CJ Stroud said, shooters have to shoot.
That makes sense to me.
He said, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to continue to play, throw anticipation, throw no looks. I'm going to continue to be me. I'm going to have fun. If it means I have to throw more picks to get us to win, it is what it is.
Can you imagine if Will Levis had that?
Oh, yeah, we'd be all on. Yeah, but he
would be ripped to shreds.
Right, but how great was Will Levis's quote about his progression the last 2 weeks, where he said, haven't thrown any underhand passes, no chest passes.
Yeah, that was great.
How about that?
Good job, Will.
Does that change how you think about him at all?
No, not yet. But he's getting close. You know what about this Houston
You still
team?
want Danny Dimes.
Yes, millions.
He's going to clear waivers, which means, like, if somebody took him off waivers, they would be down with whatever's left of the 4-year, $160 million deal.
He's going to sit back and collect this.
So he's going to go through waivers, and then he'll be available to be picked up Monday as we go on the air.
But they got to pick up their contract with him?
No.
Oh, really?
I have a guess on where he might land.
Where?
No, but to release him, the Giants get stuck with $20 million dead cap space. But he's free and clear.
Wow.
$20 million.
That's a problem. You know who I do want to see get going, but not in this game? John Mechie. I like his story. Great story, man. Coming out of Alabama, then, a high draft pick, was clowning with Bama, and then got stricken with, what was it? It was a form of cancer?
Was it leukemia?
It was leukemia. That's exactly what it was. Fought back, and he's played, 8 games now? So, John Mechie, man, caught his first touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, last week. He
was playing well, too. He's really good blocking receiver, too.
He does a little bit.
And, yes, as you mentioned, great story. Dewey Cheatham House says it's more than $23 million on the dead cap. That is a lot of money to tell somebody to go play safety for one practice and then leave.
And guess what we got, Yor?
What we got?
Injury report.
You want to do the injury report when we come back?
We can do the injury report when we come back.
All right. Slay Dogs got your injury report for the Titans when we come back. I did mention that the Texans are getting a guy back. Texans edge rusher Will Anderson set to return after missing 2 games. Texans are 5th in the NFL with 34 sacks. Daniil Hunter leads the team with 7.5. He had 2 last week and was basically unblockable.
Oh, boy.
Now they were playing the Cowboys, but,
here we go.
And he likes to go off the right tackle side, so
boy.
There's that. All right, we leave you with that. 3HO1045 this time. Oh, looking for something fun to do this weekend? I've got something for you on Saturday. MTSU plays New Mexico State at 1:30, and the game's on ESPN Plus, so it's not on standard television. So go and take in the game, and it'll be a beautiful day, I'm sure, out in Murfreesboro. MTSU Blue Raiders hosting their final home game of the 2025 season this Saturday. That's tomorrow against New Mexico State, and I'll just say this: MTSU has a great chance to win this game. Come early as they are hosting all of their game day festivities, from the party in the Grove, which is so much fun, tailgating opportunity for you, to the Raider Walk, where you can support the players as they walk toward the stadium. The Blue Raiders taking on New Mexico State for the last home game of the season. Don't miss out on the fun. Secure your seats now. GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets. It's GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets, or show up to the gate. That's typically how I do it. MTSU Blue Raiders host their final home game of the 2025 season this Saturday. And again, the opponent, New Mexico State, for Senior Day. Don't miss out on the fun. Secure your seats now. GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets. That's GoBlueRaiders.com/tickets. And cheer on the Blue Raiders. Let's go Blue.
I want to tell you to stop letting high interest debt weigh you down. Pay it all off in days, and that's thanks to Loan Pronto's new Rapid Equity Loan. Listen up, homeowners. Imagine a completely hassle-free way to cash out your home equity with no appraisals and no paperwork and no waiting. That's Loan Pronto. Their all-new Rapid Equity Loan uses AI-driven technology to get you approved for cash out in as little as just one day. One client got $100,000 approved in under 24 hours, wiped out their debt, launched a home improvement project. Ooh, new kitchen? And is now saving over $1,000 a month. Instant approvals, low fixed rates, fast transfers, get cash, consolidate your debt, get a fresh start for the new year. Call Loan Pronto. They're the best. I've used them. And imagine this time next week, you could be credit card debt free. Call 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com at 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, on approved credit, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Good evening. It is 5:02. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. The Titans will head to Houston this week for a division matchup with the Texans on Sunday at noon. The injury report is out, and Ron Slay will have that up for you next on 3HL. Callahan met with the media earlier today and said that L'Jarius Sneed will be on IR tomorrow. That means he'll miss at least the next 4 games for the Titans. Tonight, number 11 Tennessee basketball will face number 13 Baylor in the Baha Mar Championship game in the Bahamas. The Vols down Virginia 64-42 last night, while Baylor down St. John's at a double overtime thriller. The Vol Network call begins at 8 p.m. right here on The Zone. Tip-off is at 8:30. The weekend in college football is a busy one. Number 2, Ohio State hosts number 5, Indiana at 11. Number 9, Ole Miss heads to the Swamp. They face Florida at 11. Number 6, Notre Dame plays number 19, Army at 6 at Yankee Stadium. And number 11, Tennessee hosts UTEP for Senior Day. The Ball Network coverage for that one starts right here on The Zone at 10. Kickoff is at noon. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful evening in the Music City. Dawn Davenport is in West Virginia. You can catch her on the sideline. UCF at West Virginia. Ron Slay is here, y'all.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building. The car ain't got no roof.
What up, Big Slay Dog?
What's happening?
Got that Power T hat going now?
Yeah, man. I had to take this from Big Savage. Big Savage, yeah. Big Savage don't need it right now. He's not in until Monday.
Little trucker hat going.
Mm-hmm. Just ready to roll. What's up, good people? On this Good Friday. I'm ready to hear Vandy fans talk a little smack to LSU. I'm ready to hear Gators fans talk smack to Ole Miss. UTEP, we'll chill. I'm ready to hear.
Do you think they're a UTEP fan? How do you become a UTEP fan?
Got to be a minor.
My future mother-in-law, went to UTEP.
I mean, I guess that's the only way. Like, you just grow up there and go to UTEP.
Oh, what's the odds of that, though?
But, like, some kid in, like, random city in Texas is like, oh, man, 8 years old. I'm like, I'm a UTEP fan.
All it takes is one athlete.
You think a lot of people from El Paso are UTEP fans?
Well, yeah.
If they got, not unless they got a good athlete. Do they got one good athlete?
I'll bet there are more Texas fans in El Paso than
That's
UTEP
probably
fans.
true, yeah.
How's all the places in the world for your mother-in-law to be from? She went to UTEP.
I don't know. It's weird, right?
Is she from El Paso? Or is she from, like, rural Texas?
No, I think she was born in New York, in Brooklyn, I think.
Wow.
But I think she grew up in El Paso.
Wow.
It's a lot of unknowns with Zeph right now. This is usually how his
There's a lot of questions. You need to get your mother-in-law on the show. We got questions.
I don't know if she would actually come on.
Think she nervous? Does she listen to the show?
No, she's a very confident woman. And I like, if there's one person that I respect her a ton.
You better. I mean, like, what,
you better say it.
Yeah, like, what role do you think you going?
I don't think she would be nervous. I just don't think she would want to do it.
Oh, really? I think she'd be nervous. Then.
Well, we'll take that as a slight toward us then.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
By the way, Vanderbilt leading Seton Hall at the half, 38-28.
Shaheen Holloway, Seton Hall Pirates.
Tennessee tonight against number 13 Baylor. Tennessee ranked
game.
11th at 8:30 on CBS Sports Network. Tennessee favored by 4.5 in that basketball game.
Mm-hmm. A lot of SEC teams battling today. Ahead of tomorrow.
Can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
The Evan and Bank chat is open where Adam says, Will Levis questionable, scrambled eggs for brains.
Not as of late.
Sound like a horse.
I know that was a good one right now.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Ed. 615-737-1045. Chris in Golisville next up. Chris, what's up? How are you?
How's it going?
Yo.
What up, Chris?
Just want to call and talk about Danny Dimes and
yeah.
I almost bet $100 that he's going to go to the Cowboys come Monday.
Somebody said that they had him on the website already, but I think those are just tricks. Yeah.
I think they've already got a statue of him out front.
Oh, that would be so Dallas. So Dallas right now.
To go from the Giants to the Cowboys, that would be amazing.
I mean, listen, they give their players to franchises that they're going to play, like Saquon.
They really do. Keep everything in-house.
They'll be better than Cooper Rush down there, that's for sure.
Oh, my gosh, that guy.
But I got a quick story. I work in Open Heart, and we go out and get organs sometimes. Well, the week after Tennessee beat Kentucky, I went up to Lexington to get organs, and walked in that ER with my Tennessee Vols scrub cap on.
Hey, wait a minute.
All those people were just staring at me. It was great.
What kind of organs were you getting? Like, were you transporting a heart?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, I would be so nervous.
It's a fun gig. The gift of life.
Yeah.
I mean,
there absolutely is.
Right. But, man, so
you're almost a genie in a lamp.
So how careful do you have to be carting around a heart?
They're pretty secured in the coolers. Like they don't move around in there. So
that is crazy just to think about.
So you have to hurry.
There's a certain amount of time, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's only a certain radius we can go from the hospitals.
Wow.
So how long can a heart survive in the cooler? Or I guess like instead of door to door, like a trip, like how long does the heart have door to door? Like the door being, human.
4 hours.
4
by the
hours.
book, but it's the time is being extended by new technology. So
wow. Okay.
it's pretty cool.
Well, didn't anticipate learning about that, Chris, but thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, thank you.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night.
Go Vols.
Go Vols!
Yeah, that is, Chris. That's what I'm talking about. That pumped my heart up.
So you think Chris, as a Tennessee fan, rubs off on the heart, and like once the heart gets in the new person, that they become a Tennessee fan?
He should. He should.
Like, so guy wakes up, he's like, man, I used to hate the Vols. Go Gators. Wait, what? No, go Vols.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
You think that happens?
Yeah, Chris bringing the heart to him.
I mean, he came from Kentucky, so that guy went from Kentucky fan to Tennessee fan.
Yes. We gladly accept you guys. They overran up here anyway.
615-737-1045. How is Dawn not here for these conversations?
She would love us. She would love
I think
this.
these conversations are happening because Dawn's not here.
I mean, she saw the video of the guy fall yesterday in front of the camera, and she was like, what in the hell is going on with y'all
That was
today?
amazing.
I was like, I don't know. We were on the air. There wasn't a lot we could do about that.
Yeah, he delivered.
DJ in Nashville. DJ, what's up?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. How y'all doing? What's up, Slade?
What up, baby?
Girl?
What up, DJ?
Really, I like him a lot.
You like who?
I like Zeph a lot, man. He's killing it today, man.
Love that.
I appreciate that, DJ.
How about that, Zeph?
Player, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I lost my whole train of thought, but I'm gonna get it back together after hearing the heart and the cooler conversation. I thought that would just be helicopter to the hospital to the helicopter.
Can you believe that a heart can last 4 hours outside of a body?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I can't.
I'm driving Lyft today, and I'm pulling up through there with it, and these two girls are driving these scooters, and you could tell they weren't doing very good, and both of them fall, and they roll, and they start laughing at each other. So you can imagine if you had a heart in a cooler, in a car in Nashville traffic, you probably won't beat that 4 hours.
You ever pick up a famous person in Lyft?
Man, I pick up famous people all the time, man, especially in luxury transport services, too, as well.
Yeah?
I mean, CMA the other night was insane. But let me get back to my train of thought, because we're talking music, and I'm DJ, and, y'all hit the subject just right. First of all, 70s, the GOAT of all time, is definitely Jimi Hendrix.
Yes.
My number one of all time, just because I met him at the Tennessee-Virginia game at the Sugar Bowl, my first road trip ever when I was 8 years old.
Tennessee wins 23-22. Greg Amsler with the touchdown run where he hurdled a guy.
Sir.
Yep.
So I'm at a place called Cocktails, and at that time it was legal drinking age, and I'm shit-faced out on the side of this bar called Cocktails, and here comes Eddie Van Halen.
Told you.
It's one of those days, man.
I told him. What did I just say?
Slay called that. Like,
you said he was going to do it?
Yeah. Unbelievably
He
called
does
that.
it every time.
Who, that guy?
Yep.
DJ?
3, like, it's always a good conversation, and then he'll do that.
Unfortunately, well, at least he told us he met Eddie Van Halen. That's pretty cool.
No, we'll roll with that. Look at Savage. Come on, Savage. Don't come in with that, man. It's all the giggling and everything. It's a snickling and giggling.
It's been a week for that. I think every show has had multiple, except we haven't had multiple, but every show it's been multiple times this week.
It has. I knew it. I told Zell. Didn't he do that last time?
So Eddie Van Halen played the guitar part and beat it, and I've got a story on the tip of my tongue, and I can't remember it, and I bet DJ knows, but we can't put him back on because he just cursed.
Come on, DJ. DJ, practice your story before you tell us.
I want to say Eddie Van Halen was just messing around and then ended up in the song and then didn't get, royalties for it or something. I could be way off on that deal, but...
Oh, that ain't right.
That would be a tough move to not get.
What?
Sorry about the lack of royalties on Beat It.
Yeah, what? Out of all the songs, we're going to forget this one?
Oh, man. Big Savage. Just a few guys being comfortable talking. Yep.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's it. You called it.
I told them.
All right.
I feel bad for Eric because I was in the middle of talking to him on the phone, and I just dropped the phone.
Which Eric is this?
I don't know. Conversation got cut off.
All he has written up right now is Eric and his, H-I-S. That's it.
That's his car. Eric and his car. That's what it was.
It's sprung and jogged his memory right there. You're a good job.
Hey, I've got some stuff on UTEP in Tennessee. Do you believe that?
Oh, let's get it. Got Parsley coming up, too.
Hell yeah. We'll do that when we come back. Take more of your phone calls. Please refrain from cursing. 615-737-1045.
Wow. What's happening, y'all? It is that time. Yes, that time of year when storms come through and knock your power out, and you sit there scratching your head just like, man, when they going to come back and get our power back on? You shouldn't have to wait on that. Why? Because you're going to hit up Cove Generators. You know what they got waiting on you? Generac Home Standby Generator. It's right there for the taking, and they can add things to you. But you don't want to be lost without power? No, you don't. There's no need to have to stand by and say, I don't have no power when you got an opportunity to call Cove Generators. Get them, and they got a holiday special going for you. Cove Generators are offering a free upgraded 10-year warranty with any purchase of any Generac Home Standby Generator. Cove Generators are your premier Generac Home Standby Generator dealer in Tennessee and ready to take care of you this holiday. So get some holiday cheer a little earlier, even if the lights go off, because it'll come right back on. All you got to do is give them a shout, 615-241-6343. That's CoveGenerators.com, C-O-V-E, generators.com, and stay connected through it all.
I want to tell you about outdoor lighting perspectives of Nashville. Maybe you are like we were and you couldn't see anything around your home because it was too dark, especially now since it starts to get dark in about 30 minutes here in Nashville. Well, you need to call my friend Bob Lyons over at Outdoor Lighting Perspectives of Nashville and let them light up your night. For over 38 years, they've been taking care of homes with landscape lighting, Nashville's oldest landscape lighting company, but still the leader in LED technology. They can beautify and enhance your home and your landscape with festival lights, with path lights, wall washing, tree lighting, area lighting, which is something that we really needed. They put lighting into our deck, which is amazing and makes such a difference. So let them make a difference for your home. And they've been around. They're a family business since 1986. You know you can trust them. Residential landscape lighting, commercial lighting, holiday lighting. They do full service holiday and event lighting on top of it. Give them a call, 615-376-LIGHT, L-I-T-E. Tell them Dawn sent you. You can always just go online too and schedule a free nighttime design demonstration with Bob and his team. That's outdoorlights.com/Nashville.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Hair Metal Henry texted me. He said I'm right. Eddie Van Halen did not get paid for that solo and Beat It. Didn't want the money.
Didn't want the money. That's what's up. I'm sure Mike didn't mind.
Or anyone else involved.
Yeah.
It's an
Quincy
extra,
Jones, somebody.
Like
nobody
they pay
knows.
him points, so that's an extra point or whatever it is to somebody else.
Yeah.
And Hair Metal said Quincy Jones didn't like it, didn't want it in there.
Really?
So I
musicians are funny.
I told you I had that story on the tip of my tongue, but like I don't know. I'm halfway right on some of that stuff. So let's get what did I say? Yeah, but I didn't say it. So
you get
there's
that on
that
hockey,
right? This is what happens when Babs is not here. These are the topics. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Gino wants to talk about UTEP. Mark wants to talk about referees. Tim wants to talk about Eddie Van Halen. And Eric wants to talk about organ transplants.
Let's get them all.
All right, I'm just going to go down the list. Eric in his car. Eric, what's up?
Yeah, on the Eddie Van Halen thing, he did it for a friend. He and Michael were friends. He said, I'm not going to take money for a friend. I just played some guitar for a friend of mine.
Well,
That was Eddie's quote at the time.
Yeah, that's awesome, but man, how much money do you think he left on the table?
He was very young and naive. He admitted later that he was very young and naive. Listen, on the day of the Florida-Georgia game, they had they always have a warm-your-heart story on there,
Yes,
right?
yes. I saw
You
what
see
you're
the one
talking
about
about.
the lung transplant.
Yep.
And the guy said he wanted her lungs to be able to holler for Georgia.
Yeah, he was a Florida fan. Got a lung transplant from a much younger girl. She was like, was she in college
Early
at Georgia?
20s, or early 20s. No, she was living somewhere in southeast Georgia and died in a car wreck.
Yes.
And he woke up, he said when he woke up, he was recuperating in the hospital, and he saw the story about this woman dying, and her lung had been given to a 46-year-old man. And he goes, oh, my God, that's me.
Yeah.
And so they said she was always the one to holler the loudest for Georgia, so he wanted her lungs to still holler for Georgia.
Yeah, and part of the story was, Game Day does these heartbreaker things, but part of the story they showed them, like him with her family at a Georgia game, and he's head to toe in Georgia gear, and they're cheering for the dogs, and that was cool. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Eric. Appreciate you, man. 615-737-1045. Tim in Portland wants to talk about Eddie Van Halen. Tim, what's up, man?
What's up, guys?
What up?
Great Friday evening. Listen.
Yes, sir.
The ending story's close. We almost got it.
Okay.
Ed was recording in the studio at the time with Michael. Quincy brought him in, but Ed had not a non-compete, but something of that nature with the band. They just don't write and do stuff with other people at the time.
Right.
So Ed went in the studio, did the track. He got paid a case of beer. That's all he got, was one case of beer. I don't know what kind of beer it was. But that was Edward. And that's the story.
Was he married to Valerie Bertinelli at the time? Because like my thought is like his wife would have been like, wait, what? You took a case of beer for a Michael Jackson song?
Man, I've loved Ed my whole life, and Valerie too, of course. But yeah, I do think they were married. Yeah, that was way into his career.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Appreciate you, man. That's good stuff. That reminds me of John Crook. Like we always talk about, like what would Guy give up for his number? Like when expensive free agent comes here and undrafted rookie has the number. Like what does he give up? So John Crook, who played for the Phillies, gave up his number one time for a case of beer. John Crook was something, man.
Heck yeah, he was. He had a little bit of that John Daly in him.
Yeah, I'm not an athlete. I'm a ball player. That was his famous quote.
Makes sense.
615-737-1045. Gino in Franklin, UTEP info. Gino, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
What up,
We're
Gino?
good, man. I love you guys. I love your show. Enjoy it. I'm a coach. I used to coach in New Mexico for about 30 years, and I moved here about 4 years ago. Coached at Page. But,
okay. They're playing in the playoffs tonight against Shelbyville.
They had a left-handed quarterback that got a full ride to Colorado State, and then Colorado State switched coaches, and he ended up at UTEP. He wasn't the starter. I think he was 2 on the either a backup or third quarterback on that. But El Paso puts out about 15 Division I players a year. There's about 12 high schools there. So the interesting part is the Sun Bowl is cut into a mountain.
Yes, it's so cool.
And it overlooks Juarez, Mexico. So it's pretty neat. So love your guys' show. Thank you for allowing me to talk, and see you guys.
Thank you, Gino.
Appreciate that, man.
Man, we just got everybody with the backup info.
Let me look at the Sun Bowl.
It's cut into a mountain. I forgot about that.
El Paso. What does it look like?
What did he say? It was here's my listening skills. Juarez, Mexico.
This is cut into a mountain.
Yeah. While you're doing that, let's go to Mark in the borough. Mark, what's up?
What's happening?
Yo.
Yeah. Hey, what's happening, y'all? Man, look, refereeing been so bad this year.
So bad.
Almost seems like record-breaking bad, but what are you guys' thoughts on AI for refereeing or even robots? Because I've been doing some research, man. ChatGPT is spitting it out. They like, dang, I was waiting for this question. But, yeah, ChatGPT is like augmented reality, blockchain technology, sensors, and things possibly that the players might have to wear, like wristbands that, show graphics and inbound and stuff. What do y'all think about AI?
Well, I think it's great question, man. I do think it's we were talking about this not too long ago. Very much antiquated that you have two dudes with chains spotting 10 yards. You know what I mean? Like, why are we still doing that? With the GPS technology and everything, you should know when a first down's a first down with a chip in the ball, right? Mm-hmm. In terms of AI, man, I don't even know what to think about that. I mean, they're trying to do the robot umpires in baseball.
You how you think that's gonna go? That's gonna be the first little run at it.
But I mean, when you watch a game, you've got the box, right? Like, so you see what a strike is.
Exactly.
And then you see when the guy messes up.
Yep.
And you're either glad for it or you hate it.
Mm-hmm.
So it would make sense for baseball to kind of be first with that. But I would think you would need
my thing
base umpires, though. Yeah. Like, you still need the play at the plate. And,
what happens when the AI
but for balls and strikes, I don't know. I don't know anything about AI.
That'll put the little glasses on. The
and
little
check
meta
swings.
glasses.
I know the minor leagues are using that automated system for check swings as well. Drew Gilbert was actually the first person in the minor leagues to get that tested out, and he actually won the call. former Vol.
Mm-hmm. You ought to put the meta glasses on, and then they'll be able to tell them with a little piece in their ear.
Do you know much about AI?
Allen Iverson.
Literally, when he said that, that's what
I thought he was talking about.
Allen Iverson's going to
hey, you need somebody to get it done. AI, you ain't going to no practice.
Just have him step over everything.
Can you imagine Allen Iverson's NIL deal now with the AI?
Michael Vick's.
I'm just saying with AI.
Oh, yeah.
Because he is.
Right.
UTEP at Tennessee. Tennessee favored now by 41.5. Since we started talking about it going down to 39.5, it's gone up 2 points.
Boosted back up.
12 o'clock noon on ESPN Plus. You can listen to the game right here, 104.5 The Zone. Tennessee leads the series all time against UTEP 3-0.
Hey.
Tennessee looking to get itself right after that tough loss at Georgia last weekend. They'll do it against a really bad UTEP team that comes to Knoxville with a 2-8 record. Tennessee's defensive line will have something to prove tomorrow in their own heads. Despite the lesser opponent, they're going to get after it.
I want to see them set a sack record in the game.
No sacks, 2 tackles for a loss against Georgia. I did not see that coming.
Not at all. I thought the dogs were going to hunt.
Well, they did.
They just roamed the yard.
The other dogs hunted.
The other dogs did go.
Yeah. UTEP wide receiver. Here's some UTEP info for you.
Give it to me, baby.
UTEP wide receiver Trey Goodman caught 12 passes for 150 yards in last week's double overtime win against Kennesaw State.
Good. I mean, they'll be confident to throw at McCoy, probably.
12 for 150.
That'll be returned.
By the numbers, this from ESPN.com. A win gives Tennessee at least 9 wins for a third consecutive year under Heupel. Tennessee has won 20 games in a row when they rush for at least 200 yards.
It's so good to be out the dark. Continue.
Tennessee running back Dylan Sampson. Continue. 1,230 yards rushing so far this season, 5.6 yards per carry, 21 touchdowns. The 1,230 rushing is 10th all-time already, with at least 3 more games to go. He's 84 yards from number 5 all-time. Needs 235 to have the most rushing yards in a season in Tennessee history, which would pass Travis Stevens' 1,464 in 2001. Shout out.
Damn.
Travis Stevens, local guy. Needs 133 yards for 10th career rushing yardage. And we anticipate him coming back next year, right?
Yes, as a junior, yeah.
34 career rushing touchdowns. He has 3 off Gene McEver's school record. Gene McEver finished playing at Tennessee in 1931.
Go get them records, baby. You got an opportunity to set them records with NIL in place. Yeah, impact is going to be felt.
615-737-1045. Tristan in Brentwood. Tristan, what's up, man?
Thank you for taking my call. Hey,
Yes, sir.
my team could make the playoffs. Like they need to beat BYU tomorrow and beat Arizona and then beat Colorado or Iowa State, and then they are in the playoffs, and they've been doing quite well. And we have the youngest head coach in the NCAA, like with Texas State, Kenny Dillingham, who's been offensive coordinator, and he's back at my home mater, Arizona State. And we have the Cam Scatterboo, which I hope the Titans draft him because he is running back. That guy is like the heart and soul of ASU.
Love it, Tristan. Hey, thanks for calling in and talking about your team, man.
Yeah, you got a heck of a name, too. Scatterboo.
Arizona State has won. I'm a Sun Devil, Jerry. They have won 5 out of 6. They beat Kansas State most recently 24-14. They played number 14 BYU, and Arizona State is favored at home in that game by 2.5 points.
Man, Scatterboo catch that rock out the backfield, too.
Hey, Scatterboo, you need anything, Scatterboo's got you.
That's a good name, man. Scatterboo. Cam Scatterboo.
He can come play for the Titans and then get like Waffle House and name some food after him.
Yeah, Scatterboo.
Chunk diced and Scatterboo. 737-1045. Ramon on YouTube. I love these topics. I mean, that's where we are on a Friday.
Savage loves that.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I
was going to do the injury report.
Yeah, do it.
Let me do it real quick. All right, here we go. Of course, we know
injury report.
Yeah, brought to you by the Slay Dog.
Chris Stapleton.
Yeah. There you go. Jack Gibbons, of course, we know is out. Justin Hardy, questionable. Sebastian Joseph Day, ready to roll.
Okay, good.
Roger McCreary, questionable.
Oh, no.
Leroy Watson, out. That boy good.
And terrible.
Tajay Spears, out.
Oh, no.
L'Jarius Sneed, out.
IR.
They
finally put him on IR.
Yeah, it was time.
After 5 weeks of missing games.
Should have done this a month and a half ago.
Right. But guess what about these guys right here? Sebastian Joseph Day, Kenneth Murray, Calvin Ridley, Big Jeffrey Simmons, all a go.
All right.
That's
I like your little injury report there.
Yeah, thank you, Yor.
There's one guy on there I didn't even know who he was, but that's okay.
There's another guy on here that I would love to name, but there's no way I can save his name for.
Oh, so he just gets left off the report?
No, not for the Titans, though. This is for the...
Oh, you're going to do the Texans, too?
Yeah, but there's only 3 of them that's out.
Okay, who's out?
I don't know how to say his name, Yor. You want me to try to say his name, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? You want me to tickle your fancy?
The late, great Bob Bell used to say, if you're not sure on how to pronounce something, just say it fast and loud.
Okay, here we go. Questionable. Danico Autry. He didn't practice none this week. Friday status, questionable.
Okay.
That could be good for us.
He's a backup. But
Blake Fisher, tackle, concussion. Did not practice. He's out.
Okay. Here we go.
Here
we go, Jim.
Fatukasi.
Yeah, you can really mess that one up.
Folorenzo Fatukasi.
That sounds great to me.
Yeah,
Is he Italian?
Yeah, he's out. Really is.
I'm glad this is you and not me.
Yeah. But Blake Fisher?
How would you pronounce that name?
Oh,
I'd have to read it. Let me go look.
Don't you have it?
He'll go slow. He'll go slow with it.
Hit it again. Is he from Italy? Seriously?
No, not with no name like this. Fatukasi.
Fatukasi.
Nah, Asi ain't really on nothing.
Yeah, Foloruntu Fatakasi.
See.
Yeah.
See, that ain't, see. That's not how it.
Should I come over there and do it?
Folorunso. Okay, yeah, that's a no. Not a U.
Check it out. What you think, Yor?
Where are we at?
Right.
It's the second one.
I think you're dead on it. Slay dog.
Folorunso Fatukasi.
Folorunso Fatukasi.
I think they just call him Folo.
Why do we care?
Savage said he's Polynesian. See?
Who gives a crap? He's not playing.
Savage said that was actually good. Thank you, Savage.
Wow. So it's been a minute since Savage was giving out flowers.
Yeah. I like when we'll do that. So Sam Kim comes in and says, don't give up on Levis out of nowhere. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's the energy right there.
That was out of nowhere.
He's progressing.
615-737-1045. The people are speaking. Vanderbilt at LSU, Slay Dog. LSU, a 7.5-point favorite. Both teams at 6-4.
What you doing on that one? Hey! They giving Vandy how many points?
7.5.
Taking them.
It is a Brad Powers best bet.
I'm taking them.
Vandy plus the 7.5. 645 SEC Network. Matchup predictor gives Vandy a 29.3% chance to win this football game.
Got it.
Vandy coach Clark Lee, Slay Dog, says, sometimes when I go through these little notes I have on these games that you kind of switch
I do.
around, or you get more confident.
There you go.
Vandy coach Clark Lee says the Commodores feel refreshed after their bye week.
Yes, Diego Pavia's
but they're still banged up.
Ah, dang it.
Drink them if you got them. LSU has lost 3 in a row, dropping out of the AP poll. It'll be the first non-10 win season for Brian Kelly in the regular season. Vandy's lost 2 out of 3. Watch Vandy quarterback Diego Pavia. The LSU D has struggled against mobile quarterbacks. But again, how healthy is he?
Yeah.
That dude is tough, man. He'll be out there. LSU has found a running back in freshman Caden Durham, who is the leading freshman running back in the Southeastern Conference.
I don't believe it. LSU just falling on apart. They lost their commit this week. Like this.
I trust Clark Lee to take away.
I'm going to fighting Clark Lee's, baby. Back at it.
Vanderbilt has not won at LSU since 1951.
Golly. That ain't a good stat, Yor.
I mean, it's out there.
You could have skipped over that one.
Vanderbilt has not beaten LSU at all since 1990.
Wow. That's quite some time.
How old were you in 1990?
I was 9 years old.
That's the last time. I remember that. I think that's
I don't.
I think that was Jerry DiNardo who went from Vanderbilt to LSU and came up here, and then Vandy beat him.
Wow.
In 1990. I think that's right.
Well, fighting Clark Lee's, let's get him.
And how many times today have I said, I think this is right on a bunch of stuff that we just throw out there?
If this was Wheel of Fortune, we may hear the noise.
Well, those Wheel of Fortune jokes on social media are...
Yeah, they know what to do. They asked the man, Family Feud is the best.
Family Feud is great, too.
They asked the dude on there, name a word that starts with pork. Guess what the dude said?
What?
No, what he said?
Pork chop?
No, he said, keep eyeing. I'm sitting there like, what? He was like, say a word.
He's not wrong. That's the funny part about it.
He's not. But
you gotta sit there and think
I might didn't put that right. It was something crazy.
That sounds right.
Does that sound right?
Yeah. Here's the last one. Vandy wide receiver Junior Sherrill has caught at least one pass in 21 consecutive games.
Got you on target. That's why Pavia wanted to come back.
There's your Vanderbilt LSU breakdown. So you're going Vandy plus the 7.5?
Oh, yeah. They already got a check mark beside them.
Parsley coming up next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Hey. Shoney's. Let's eat, people. Yeah, get on over there. Delicious has been trending at Shoney's for over 75 years, so make sure to head in and get you some delicious Shoney's, baby. I promise you. Shoney-themed meals are run all through the week. You can get them from Backyard Barbecue, breakfast for dinner, which is called Brenner, Italiano on Thursday, surf to the table on Friday. But let me tell you this right here. Thanksgiving being right around the corner. It's just a few short days away now, and I got a place for you to take the family. That is Shoney's. Starting at 11 a.m. on Thursday, November 28th, Shoney's will serve a Thanksgiving feast at their fresh food bar, and the best part is we all know it's all you care to eat, so keep going back and back and back. From the freshly carved turkey to those mashed potatoes and gravy and all the other Thanksgiving sides you can think of. And get this, for every purchase of the fresh food bar, you'll receive a free slice of pumpkin pie to top it all off. Just make sure you stop by Shoney's in the Middle Tennessee area with locations in Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike right here in Nashville. It's Shoney's. Let's eat.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay. Boy, when Mama ain't here. I mean, weren't you fascinated to know that like a heart can survive outside of a body for 4 hours?
That was wild.
And when you that's in the song.
Oh, I was gonna say, what the hell was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, that's crazy, all the little intricate beats that you hear now. He played that free.
Yep.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
One of the best ever.
Wowzers.
Yep, Eddie Van Halen did not get paid for that solo and beat it. He didn't want any money.
It's my partner. I'm just doing this for my partner, is all he said. That's real. I know Quincy wasn't going for that.
R.I.P.
Yeah. The great Quincy Jones.
That entire record, man. I mean, just
so serious.
How does that kind of genius live in people? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, can you imagine being in the studio when they recorded that?
No. Absolutely couldn't. Because watching it be put together, I'd be sitting there like, how'd y'all, like, y'all got to answer how you had an ear to put that together. It's wild.
David Nail gave me the opportunity to sit in and listen to him record a song, whatever she's got, and listening to them cut it. Number one, they're all in different booths, and so like the guy has a big mix board like Zeph has, except it's bigger, and this guy's board is bigger than yours, though, and I was sitting there with him, and so listening to all of them play, and then they would go back and like. One of the musicians would be like, hey, man, I think I should do this, and like kind of sounded it out and then did it and put it in the song. I'm like, this is unreal level of genius. It's incredible to watch that kind of talent.
It's serious.
615-737-1045. You got a parsley?
I do have a parsley. And this time, you know what? I got a long one. I got an 8-leg, but this was made on Monday. Thank you.
What are you doing making bets on Monday?
Crazy.
By the way, Ecky Bob just texted.
What does the Bob want?
Michael Jackson, favorite musician of all time.
Oh, really, Bob?
I'm sure no one agrees with you, Bob.
Quite a few people. I think the same as you, Bob.
I mean, millions upon millions.
That Ohio State line dropped.
12?
10.5.
Oh, wow.
I'm taking Ohio State right now.
But you're in on Indiana on your parsley.
Yeah, on one of them. I'm finna do a new one right now for the people.
Oh, it's an updated
this is updated, yeah. Because I had, on my other one, I had Tennessee at 32.5. I'm taking them back at 41.5.
Okay.
You know what? I'll push that up if they dare me.
I don't think anyone's daring you to do anything.
Right. That's just in my head.
Yeah.
It's all in my head.
You got two slaves flipped against each other.
Over and over again. Okay,
like an Animal House.
Yes.
The devil on one shoulder, the angel on the other.
I'm missing. There it is. Colorado. I wasn't going to bet against them on this one. I bet against Kansas. I mean, with Kansas on the other one, on the A team. All right, here we go. The people.
You have so many, it confuses me.
That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to confuse you.
All right, what you got? What are you giving the good people? 8 team?
I'm giving the people. Oh, that Texas A&M Auburn. I'm staying away from. All right, here it is, everybody. Boom, 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 boom.
Zeph goes.
Right. Well, 8 or 9, it don't matter. Huh?
Okay.
All right. So first one, Ole Miss at Florida. I got this earlier in the week.
Yeah.
So I got Florida at 12.5.
Florida plus 12.5.
Plus 12.5.
Yeah. What is that now? Like 9.5 or 10.5?
I can tell you, Yorel.
No, I don't need to sidetrack you. I'm sorry. I'll pull it up.
It's okay. Sorry when we get sidetracked. Because the people want to know, too, I think. What is Georgia doing? 42.5 at UMass. Oh, now it is 12.5 now, still.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Oh, there you go.
All right, that's Florida. And Penn State at Minnesota. Penn State money line. Missouri.
That's like a 10-point spread, so money line.
Yeah,
on that one.
money line. That, yeah.
Okay.
Missouri at Mississippi State. I took Missouri money line.
That's a weird one.
It is a weird one.
That's 7.5 Missouri in the top 25 at Mississippi State, who doesn't have an SEC win.
Right. I threw this one in. No, I didn't have to. Alabama at Oklahoma, money line is minus 650.
Bama money line?
Yeah.
All right, just threw it in there.
Yeah. Indiana at Ohio State.
Was that for Adam in the chat?
Yeah, my guy. Indiana at Ohio State.
Yeah.
I took Ohio State minus 10.5. UTEP.
Sorry, Harder.
Yeah, I hate it. On the other one, I took.
Harder probably just threw a brick through his window right now.
Don't do it, Harder. UTEP at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee minus 41.5.
Good Lord.
Okay. I think that's the biggest spread I ever bet on.
Okay.
I bet on some wild ones. Colorado at Kansas. I took Colorado money line.
You were asking me about that one during the break.
This one right here I'm torn on. So you guys can X this out or add it.
Like Natalie and Bruglia?
Yes, whoever that is. Army at Notre Dame. I really want to take Army, but I think that's my heart wanting them to beat them.
I really wanted to take Army.
I want to so bad and take their points.
That's my heart, too.
But I got Notre Dame beating their money line, which is minus 670. So, I mean, it ain't a lot that you're getting with that. But
so Notre Dame money line?
Yep, Notre Dame money line. But if you were to take Army, they're getting plus 14.5.
Yeah, but I was wanting to take Navy and didn't. And then I was thankful that I didn't because they got run.
What if I boost?
But not that Army is Navy. I don't know. But
no, what if I boost? Hey. What if I boost Army up, though?
To
and
what?
I boost them up to from 14.5, ladies and gentlemen.
To like 22.5?
To 21.5. That's minus 230. And I know, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going Army.
Plus 21.5.
Plus 21.5. So I just boosted that up. That's going to give you plus 28.78. And
Todd Furman loves it when you create your own lines.
$35 will get you $1,000.79, people.
Give me that 79 cents.
No, $1,007.39. I'm sorry.
Oh.
The calculations was slightly off.
39 cents.
Y'all better get this money.
Get that money. We'll be back at it on Monday talking about all of it. Any big upset's going to affect this college football playoff ranking.
Ready.
Can the Titans go to Houston and get their third win?
That was the one I was going to say. I think, listen, it's crazy.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. And this is my last time doing it.
What's in that Celsius over there?
I don't know, but I think, man, this is the the week of 2-8 teams.
Cleveland got the dub?
Cleveland won. I think they're going to get to Houston.
But Jameis Winston ordered that dub on Amazon, he said.
So then I don't think.
Did
Levis do it?
Better hope it's not the week of 2-8 teams. UTEP's 2-8.
Yeah, I feel okay.
Team.
I feel okay about that one.
Yeah,
I mean,
just saying.
Unless the flyover hits the Tennessee locker room.
That's the only thing. Like, dude.
Was that bad?
Yeah, it was a tough one.
We need to get out of here, don't we?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm sorry, people. All right, we appreciate y'all including us in your day. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take it lightly. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Good night. God bless.
See, you wouldn't want to be unless you're Traylon Burks, Tajay Spears, or UTEP, because Vols by 60.
Because that's
all we know.
Later.